The bouncer. The bouncer.
Ooh. Hello. Happy Sunday. Hi, everybody. Hold on a moment. I am right here. Don't spin me. This is a Schrodinger's cat thing. You can't see it, okay? That's how it works, right? This isn't a cat here. How's everybody's day been? I am scrambling to play catch-up. Well, that's working. Okay, things are working. Excellent. We have, there are some weeks where, as I've mentioned in the past, there are like 3 levels of findings that I have on Zillow. Why are you honking? Why? Actually, did that honk make any sounds? Hang on. Don't touch anything. Don't touch nothing. Was it just quiet? Oh, it's there. It did honk. Excellent.
Dust Item just subscribed for 32 months.
Wow.
If a Geop in the box is spun, the Geop will be in a quantum state of spun or unspun.
If you're spinning the box, are you just like rattling the box really hard? Please be gentle. I bruise easily. Don't bruise the peaches. Anyway, thank you, Dusty, for the 32. Oh my goodness. Dust Item. Yeah, Brian can't ever really pronounce that. I don't know. That actually reminds me. Hang on, I need to make a note of something. A long time ago, I commissioned somebody for a physicality for Brian, but the artist, I believe, is a college student, so they got buried, and they were very nice, but I kind of said, okay, I'll give them some breathing time, and then I'll reach out to them again. They were kind of just on the rigging part, which was supposed to be pretty fast. They showed me pictures of everything, and I was like, that's perfect. And then they kind of fell off the face of the earth, and I was like, maybe I'll write to them eventually. Because by that time, it had already been quite a long time. But I'm thinking, I will just, thinking about Brian by name once again, I'm just kind of like, maybe I'll nudge them. So let me write a note here. Yes. It'd be one thing if I hadn't gotten anything from them, but like, they sent me pictures of all the separated limbs and stuff, and they just had to do basic rigging. So it was like, rigging, depending upon the level of what somebody's doing, the live 2D rigging can either be a monumental task, or it could be something they could bang together pretty fast. And this was super basic rigging. So it was like, almost done. They put in so much work, and I was just like, oh boy, it's almost here. And I think it's been a year since I heard from them. Anyhow, I'll give them a nudge. Where was I? Oh yes, I was here. Hello. We're eating out today. Hello, hi. As you can see, Wario's already helped himself. He's already digging in. Don't mind him. That's for him, though. You can't touch that. He will attack. Also, in case anybody asks, Mr. President is here with us. You have to perceive very closely. You won't be able to perceive him on something less than 1080 on your resolution, though. But the president is here with us. One of the boys, Those 2 Yamchas, they made that mistake. I mean, the Yamcha is just smeared on the lens, I'm afraid. I can't really get them off. I don't know. They're just stuck with us. I haven't used this background in a tiny bit. I was actually kind of curious. Nora, who does a lot of the backgrounds that I like grabbing off Booth. They haven't put anything on Booth in a while, and I looked them up, and they've been doing they'd been getting specifically commissioned for very large corporate things, which is very good money. So I'm happy for them, but also kind of sad they haven't put out any new backgrounds recently. Anyway, good to see they're doing well, though. Okay, so did I have anything to touch on today? Let me think. Summer's finally over. Yep, we're back inside here. Being paid by Hololive then. I hadn't heard of I don't know any corporate stuff, but I saw them like retweet because they're on Twitter. I saw them retweet something, and it was like from some background they did for an account that has like 400,000 followers. So I was like, I guess that's a HoloLiver. I don't know. I don't know any of these freaking names. But I mean, I remember looking up their rates. They did have a website for commissioning them for rates. And the people who were Japanese artists specifically, for a lot of, if you could cross the language barrier for a lot of VTuber stuff, I've heard that's always, if you wanted to pinch pennies, a lot of Japanese artists would actually not charge that much compared to Western. But I actually saw their rates, and their rates were actually very competitive for somebody who was of their skill level. I'll put it that way. So I was just like, ooh, I really hope I can't possibly commission them from those rates, but I hope they get some bites. It seems like they've finally gotten some corporate attention. Miss the summer, don't have any good fall winter dresses. I am surprised. I don't think we cleared 100 degrees Fahrenheit where I am. And that is like unheard of for recent years. Like we were kind of pretty consistently, August would be like a hell month. And don't get me wrong, August kind of sucked this year, but most of it, we were kind of like low mid 90s. So I was like, okay. Because it's always like whenever the summer is hot early, it's always like, around here, it's always like, God, August is gonna fucking stink. And then it came around to August, I'm like, it is hot, but it's not like, oh God, I'm dying. It's just, ugh. Hey, Gender, how you doing? Dust off the hoodies again. I actually don't have any hoodies. It's usually like we are kind of in the, there isn't much of a fall around here. I really wish there was. That's why whenever we see a property that's taken, photos taken in like the Northeast US or something, and there's always these vistas of like trees and the fall colors, I'm always like, ooh, I wish that were me. I wish I were out there, because it's just kind of like, I don't know, we'll have weather that's kind of like low 80s, upper 70s, the peak of the day, and then suddenly, whoops, we're down below freezing next week. It killed the power grid. Sorry, y'all. No in between. I mean, I am using a bit of hyperbole, but it is largely true that we don't have much of a transition between those. It just goes from still kind of hot to, oh boy, we're chilly now. Chilly for like 3 weeks, and that's it. Knock it off. You gotta start taking your clothes off again. Hoodie shorts, one of my fave looks I get wear in like the fall. So let me see here. I don't think I actually had too much to talk about. I kind of was planning on doing like solo streams for a bit, just because I don't really have time to really wrangle guests at the moment, I don't think. Yeah. There's some folks I will reach out to at some point soon, but I think just right now I'm kind of like, my schedule's kind of a mess right now, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to have to accommodate somebody else at the moment, you know. That sounded really selfish coming out of my mouth. It's not like any of the guests in the past have been a pain. It's just that's one less thing to stress about. You know what I mean? It's a 1,000 cuts sort of thing where I'm kind of like, you know what? I need to take a bit of a break from this right now. I don't know how some folks who do collab stuff all the time like that can deal with it, frankly. Oy vey. Pardon the noise. Oh, Bella. Skelevator. Lego Jurassic World. Ooh. How'd that go, Bella? Welcome. I mean, when I saw Skelevator before the bot said what game you were playing, for a brief moment, I was like, is this something about Killdozer? Did Killdozer have a new name or something? Too busy looking for jobs to wrangle guests. I mean, there's other things I'm doing on the side. It's just kind of like past a point. Past a point, there's only so much time you have, you know? Hang on. I'm doing a compilation list playthrough, so it's kind of like, what's next in here? Very well, thanks. Forgot how fun the game was. When Lego games hit, they hit great. I kind of wish I was in the mood to play them again. I tried a little bit ago on my Steam Deck, and I was like, It's kind of like with Pokemon. It's like, yeah, it's just not calling to me right now. I wish it did. Killdozer is an excellent film. Did they make a film on Killdozer? I was talking about the real-life Killdozer. Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings are the best. I was always kind of curious because of how they reuse the same formula, not in a disparaging sense, but I was always kind of like curious how they decided which were the best, but there seemed to be some general sentiments of what the ideal ones were, you know? Pardon me. Close that up. Killdozer, the film came out in 1974. There was a film for Killdozer? I guess it's separate from the Killdozer in title from news and stuff like that, huh? TV movie. Huh. I was actually thinking about the dude who actually, like, my memory is fuzzy on the backstory of the real-life Killdozer at this point. I know there was some background story on it, and some dude got really disgruntled, and he was like a bit of a salute hero sort of thing, but I don't know. I think there's a bit of a gray situation around him. Hang on. I'm tripping over my words because I am sneakily stalling and restarting my tabs here because it crashed. He was kind of a jerk-ass. That's kind of what I heard, yeah. I can't remember any specifics, but I know that as much as people hoot and holler about it, it was kind of like, he was kind of a jerk, you know? It's a mixed sort of thing with Marvin Heemeyer. That's the name? He had beef with the mayor and killed those. That's what it was. Yeah, it was the mayor. I couldn't remember who it was. Reason killing one is the mounted machine guns didn't work. I didn't know he had mounted machine guns. I thought it was just like a really geared up. I mean, it's a bit of an odd twist to say this, but a super armored bulldozer. I didn't realize he had mounted guns that flopped. Do we need to retroactively cancel the Killdozer guy? Took a while for the milkshake duck situation to come around on him. Regrettable. From what I remember, he bought up land that the town didn't want him to have. The town basically turned against him, and one guy bought the land all around him. Oh, so there was a spite sort of situation with real estate around him. This piles in nicely to the housing stuff of the day. Let me see. Can I close this? Yes, and I should delete that image. That's been used for the plug. He had one rifle pointing out and handgun on his person. I think everyone was an asshole in the situation. The Zilldozer? No, the Zilldozer is something else. Something about sewage stuff, like him not updating to the new line or something along those lines. Ah. This is somebody who probably in another... this is somebody who probably wishes they were like an off-the-grid prepper sort of thing, right? Which usually means you can easily make up a guy from that sort of a background that's going to be difficult to get along with, you know? Pardon me. You usually hear me rattling around like a blender bottle, which is one of those little cheap plastic bottles with a whisk. They leak like shit. They leak like crazy, so you're going to hear me just opening and closing a thermos now. Just in case you're wondering about the noise, because usually I'd be shaking around a bottle, but just kind of like that has like 2 or 3 threads, and it leaks super damn easily, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just getting a thermos for this. Was an _asshole_. Oh. Full starring Killdozer from Well, There's Your Problem Guy. Of course somebody's done a video essay on this. How could I have been so blind? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I actually do need to... Speaking of mental bandwidth, I do need to get moving on the video I've been dragging my feet on. Ever since I got incredibly sick in the middle of summer, now it's like, okay. All that shit's handled. You're not sick. The car is fixed. Work is kind of like whatever. But I kind of told myself I would absolutely kick out the first video of that before the year was out. Easy. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll probably be on the second video easily by the time I hit late fall. And I'm like, you know what? I've really been dragging my feet on this for like, it feels like 2 months. I made tiny bits of progress. Most of it was like researching. The thing that's kind of getting me right now is I'm really struggling with the presentation and format I want to go with. Yeah. For the folks not aware, because I've kind of brought up intermittently, I did the Tech Talk stream like last October, and I had fun with it. But I also kind of did that as a stopgap because I was like, I don't want to do post commentary edited stuff. But then it's the whole thing is that the format was kind of like, you do that once on Twitch and it kind of vanishes. And an edited VOD like that, people aren't really going to care about it once it's done, you know? So I was like, okay, am I feeling burnt out on edited post commentary? And for the longest time, I was extremely like, yeah, I never want to do that stuff again. And then I was doing a digitizing process like this last winter for my father, like digitizing old 8mm films for Christmas. And that was about where I was like, you know what? I kind of miss video editing. So I kind of at that point was thinking about it. And then like, I want to say late spring, I decided kind of sneakily I'd do something. I mean, on the plus side, even if I've kind of just been mulling over the presentation, as far as what I mean, don't worry, it'll be clear whenever I do it. It's not exactly the pacing or formatting or outlining. It's kind of the gift wrapping I'm putting everything in. Because I'm not going to be a voice in the... not going to be a disembodied voice, and I'm not using my VTuber model. And also this topic I'm leaning into, I can do some little cutesy stuff. You know, is it going to be a podcast with slides? No, not a podcast with slides. No. I'm going to be leaning a lot into a lot of editing chops and things like that. A lot of what I've been looking up, even though I haven't made much tangible progress since I got derailed a month or two back, I've been doing a lot of poking and prodding with effects and plans inside of DaVinci Resolve, which is, for folks not aware, DaVinci Resolve is a free, kind of free, you get a paid package, it's a little overkill, I feel, but it's like the alternative to Premiere and After Effects. But the thing is, it is actually modernized. For the folks not aware of editing, Premiere and After Effects showed up on the scene, and after they got established, every major update from Adobe really hasn't changed much. Weird little bells and whistles and features, but it's like, there are a lot of things like, if you bring in a big, huge video file, for instance. Oh, the price is fucking bonkers. I've never paid for it. You can extrapolate there. So the thing is, DaVinci Resolve is serially good for free, yes. So like if I were to take, okay, let me say it this way. When I do one of these streams, I could trim down the bit rate and make the file super tiny, but a single one of these streams, one of these Zillow streams, comes out to like a little under 20 gigs, right? Now, if I said to myself, I want to cut out a tiny bit of this, let's say I entirely remove FFmpeg from the picture, which is lightning fast. That's pretty much just taking a hatchet to it, which is no quality loss, but it's very imprecise. But it's a nice Swiss Army knife. Let's say you have to pull it inside of a video editing tool for something. If you do that inside of Premiere, you would import it, and it would go through like this caching process of building temporary files, and that would take easily like 5-10 minutes, I feel, for a file that size before you can even touch it. Now, you do that once, you have to do it again. Meanwhile, DaVinci Resolve, as soon as you drag it in, you could start trimming at it almost immediately. And that's a small thing, I realize, but there are a lot of things that are modernized and a lot more efficient. And it's just kind of like, there are so many small things all over the place that add up, and also stability. Premiere infamously crashes a whole lot. And also there are times where it just doesn't like certain things. Like there's a video container called an MKV. For most folks, I will just say this is technically incorrect, but just think of it as the same thing as an MP4. You know, it's a different extension, it's a video file, there's different reasons to use it. I prefer it for recording stuff. Because like if my recording thing crashes with an MP4, it corrupts the file. I found that out the hard way with Dark Souls. If you're recording with an MKV and it crashes, you lose nothing. And the thing is, Premiere, it doesn't use MKVs, so you have to convert anything before bringing it in there. And then you have the cache thing, and DaVinci Resolve, it just takes MKV. It's like, yeah, sure, it's a video file. Yeah, it's modern. Yeah. And it's just all these little things, these little grievances that add up. And you're just like, this sucks, man. And then somebody says, hey, you could use DaVinci Resolve. It's modern. You could get the free one. It works great. But the barrier I had and a lot of other people have is that there's a lot of stuff that's a little weird and different. And you're like, well, I have my muscle memory and stuff like that. And there's definitely a period where you're kind of like, where's this fucking thing? But the thing is, there's only a few of those speed bumps you really hit in the process, you know? But also I'm finding all these cool things you can do inside there that was not really practical. Like there's an entire node-based workflow for doing cool effects, and that's kind of something I'm playing with right now. Like I saw a video last week and I need to put it in practice for something I want to do on these videos. And the thing is, if you want to do the same thing inside of Premiere, I have no idea how you do it. It would not be inside of After Effects. It would be like one of their other packages. I don't know which one it is. Probably another node-based one. But also, it was one of these things I was looking at how to do this like 2 weeks ago, and it was still foreign to me. And like last week on Thursday was kind of like this eureka moment. And I'm like, wait a minute. That might be really interesting. So I kind of want to put that into practice. And that's kind of what's nudging me out of this whole inactivity thing, you know? Thank you for the follow, Lynn Girl Stuff. Welcome to House Stuff. And I've been rambling a little too long because we've just eclipsed 30 minutes. All right. Sunset Heroes. Oh! Okay. So, let me interrupt myself because we do have to look at houses, you know? Maybe I should try it out once. I have no problem with Pinnacle doing whatever I want it to. I'm not familiar with Pinnacle. I've actually never heard of that. Huh. Learned how to do something in Resolve. I've never been able to do it since. Can't figure out why. Was it something specific, Bella? Like, do you mean like a really high-level trick of some sort? Or do you mean just like basic editing stuff that didn't cooperate later? Hang on. I will get things put up properly. Is my tracking still... Yeah, it's still centered on the camera. It's a Corel video. Okay, I gotcha. Let me see here. Okay. So... God, that actually reminded me of something when you mentioned Corel. When I was doing the digitizing stuff, I had to take a couple reels to some guy locally because I did not have anything to do 16 mil stuff. And this was like a 70-year-old dude who never spoke to other people who knew video editing. So as soon as I was talking with him, describing what I had done and what I needed, he immediately perked his ears up and was like rambling about all this video editing stuff. And, you know, it was fun to talk shop for a bit. And he did talk about Corel stuff for a while. But when I mentioned DaVinci Resolve, he was kind of like, I'll take a look at that out of curiosity. And he started to try and nudge AI processing stuff, which it's a tool that could have a use, sure, but it always looks like shit. And something I told him repeatedly was like, just digitize the 16 mil stuff. That's it. I'm a big boy. I will do the rest. I have my own workflow. Just get it on the fucking computer. And he was like, I will do a bit of digitizing. I mean, he's like, I'll do a bit of processing on the side. I said, don't. Just give me the raw. And there was a lot of setbacks. Eventually, I got the reel from him. What's wrong with DaVinci Resolve? Nothing. I love DaVinci Resolve. So the thing is he eventually got back to me with the files. And he kind of forgot that I said not to process anything, just because I had my own color balancing and stuff I wanted to do. And he's like, well, I used this Topaz stuff to do AI processing. And I looked at it and I was like, this looks like shit. Just give me the raw, please. We'll go back to it and stops pissing me off thinking about it. It was very strange. I think he was kind of impressed with the fact that he was very hands-off, but it did really weird stuff. Like, this was a grainy 16 mil that would have been from, like, I think, like, the early 60s, late 50s, judging by my father's age. But there was, like, a close-up of some lavender in a garden, and oh my god, it chewed it up. I was just looking at that before and after. Like, he sent me like a edited one and a raw video, and I was looking at it, and I was like, just side by side, it's like, Because for a bit, I was like, maybe it's got some functionality that'd be fun to look at, and just immediately I was like, no. Okay. Now then, let me see. Let me get this shit lined up. I've been talking too much. Also, hey, Ari, how you doing? Where is this? Okay. I teased something yesterday, folks. I don't know the answer to this right now. This is not one we've seen before. It is familiar, but it's different. All right? Now, I am thinking this might have the much lauded, this might have a bike ability score of 0. I am hoping it does. It might be our first 0 bike score. Okay. Let me see. I think we've seen, folks, have we seen like 2 houses similar to this? I think we have. Let me see. Because I remember the last time we saw one like this, it was in the middle of a bay. And for some reason, because of how they did the street address, it actually had a walkability score. Missed-ass house. I don't have enough of like a dithering effect on this. It doesn't look as chewed up as it could. All right, hang on. Remember seeing one of these? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Because the one we saw before, I think it had some semblance of like a dock around it to actually climb up. Yeah, for a sec, Petty, I thought this was the exact same one, but also it has like a little perimeter you can walk around on the exterior. I don't remember that. But even if it is a repeat, none of the pictures look familiar. And also its map location was new to me as well, you know? Okay, I forgot. Let me start up bingo. Hang on. Because this is an easy one. Okay. Hang on. Let me see. Create bike score 1, like a bike. I mean, you can technically just drive circles around it, you know? Do some donuts. Okay, hang on. Repurposed. Yes. There we go. And check. Okay. So, I'll speed through the interior. Out here on the boat. Okay. I think this is the aspect ratio we're going to stick with. Nope. I guess not. Okay. We're going to just kind of have a lot of blank space around here because they keep going between portrait and landscape. Dangerous drop, I'd say. It's got a railing. That's safe, right? Okay. It's also got dish. Look at that. You can get all your programs. This place is actually, it probably predates OSHA. So I don't know if we've got actual OSHA approval here. When was OSHA created? The 60s or something like that? Said it was like an island yesterday. I didn't imagine this. It's an island unto itself. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Man. When I worked offshore, one of my favorite things was just getting pictures of sunrises and sunsets. I need to fish up my photos. I've got a whole bunch of them that actually look better than this. This is a little crunched, I gotta say. More like the 30s. Really? Does it go back that far? Interior. It's about what we'd expect. It's honestly, interior, it's pretty fine. It is absolutely a situation where, technically an Airbnb? Ooh. Is that a Zoji Rushi? I don't think it is. I don't think that's a Zoji Rushi. Curious. 10 lifeboats. Misread, it's from 71. Okay. Bread maker. Could also be a bread maker. Yeah, that's probably a better fit, honestly. Okay. Crusty sea dogs. Exactly. Ooh, Babu Yetu. Excellent. Where's the audio on there? There it is. Lighthouse salt and pepper shakers. Ooh. The photos are a little itty-bitty. But they're really swapping around in sizes so very much. Yeah, we're going to stay a little zoomed out here, I'm afraid. I will occasionally zoom in, but I mean, it's kind of like, it's crunchy, you know? Small to hide the gunch. I don't think we're going to see little guys here, unfortunately. Place needs TLC. Maybe TLC is like, you know, part of the charm. What resolution camera are these taken on? I've honestly wondered about it. I mean, I think this is just a matter of, like, poor photo handling. Because, like, when I worked offshore, I'd rather not say the exact years I worked offshore, but it was a while ago. And I had a over-the-counter digital camera, and that took pretty nice photos, you know? These look like, I mean, Kodak cameras? Nah, not Kodaks. If these were... The thing is, there's some that are okay, and there are others that look like they were saved from a thumbnail on a website, you know? GBA have camera peripheral? It probably wasn't the Game Boy camera, though, regrettably. Oh, yeah! Ooh. Look at that Pico. Yeah. And here we are at the top of the lighthouse? Yeah, I was like, shouldn't this... There should be a porthole here, but it's... I don't know how the seal is here. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. Okay, okay. If you ever use this ladder, I'd check your tetanus shot, or just wear gloves. It's fine. It's fine. Why are you all panicking? Look, the ladder doesn't have any brakes. So that means it's totally safe, right? Surely. Surely. Okay. Oh. Curious. Huh? And then there's a... Okay. This may have been where we were... No, it probably wasn't where we were peering out, were we? I couldn't see anything around the perimeter of that super close-up shot, but this could be the porthole we were looking out from. Folks! Hang on. Hang on. Can I find the sound? Did I set that up or not? Damn. I guess that is... Actually, I guess that is a grease gun, yeah. I thought it was a caulk gun, but I'm looking closer at it now. I don't see where it's... Well... Still, I'm a little fuzzy on grease guns. Caulking guns, there's usually like a plunger here that squeezes down, but this is a little different. It has a Zerk fitting on the end of the nozzle for grease. Zerk, I've heard about that game. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was gonna do the nice caulk sound, but I was like, wait a minute. So, oh, they edited out. They edited out the jet streams. Oh no, the chemicals. Nice try. Nice try. I'm not going there in person. I don't think the thirsty folks need laser accuracy. Let me see here. Easy pun. They didn't like Jetstream, Sam? One of the few, I'd say. Huh. So, let me see here. Reedville, Virginia, 450,000. Okay. Rare opportunity. Built 1897. Smith Point Lighthouse. It's got a name. It's got a name. It's not pretentious. But why buy? Well, it's been around since 1897. It's got a good number of years on it. Surely it's future-proof, you know? Restored from 06 to 09. Anything fun here? As is, where is? What if I want to relocate it? U.S. Coast Guard maintains the lamp as an active aid to navigation, and home is on the historic registry. Some repairs needed to rails. Interesting. Cash required. Oh, baby. Where are you? Where are you? How far out? Ooh, that's kind of out there. That's pretty far out there. That's a record. Oh my goodness. So technically Virginia. Okay. Well, I mean, if there are any locals, Reedville is probably the closest thing that stands out. It's on the shelf. The continental shelf looks like. Okay. So, what is the bike ability? I know the walk ability. Okay, actually, before that, a history lesson. Oh, wow. Okay, for sale 2014. Is there an HOA? If it says an HOA, I'm gonna just chalk it up to being a typo because there is no way. There's no way. Okay, so this is when it was flipped. Okay. Price change. Wow. Okay, somebody did buy it. 62,000. Wow. This is okay. Somebody got a bite for 375. This is changing hands so many times. Oh my goodness. Is this money laundering? I guess. Okay, the score though. 25? That No. You can't call a boat a bike. I mean, are they saying a boat is a bike? Even then, I don't know. Man. Nearby schools, Tangier combined. But are there bike boats? There are. Oh, wait, there are, yes. Jet skis are bike-esque. Okay. Let me see. Hide you. Hi, Wario. Okay, let me see here. I was a little behind. It didn't quite get everything in order in this first half, so give me a moment. Which one did I want to go to next? Wario's having a good time today? Yeah, he's got the president with him, too. He's hiding in the middle of that highball. You? What was this one? Hold on. Oh, you! Yes. Okay. There was a good, very strong bounty of listings this week, my friends. Spoilt for choice we are. Okay. He's going to drink the president. He thinks he's going to get his political powers if he does this. Oh my god. I actually don't know where to start on these. Okay. I think first one, let me see. This guy... Boy, you're actually kind of a lengthy listing. Wow. Okay. You, yes. You. Yeah, okay. First one. And, it. Okay, let me squish this down. And, whoop. Yeah. There we go. Ah, yes. We've had container homes. We've had trailer houses. How's about an actual 18-wheeler trailer house? A hot house? A wooga. Man, it's a con trailer. Thank you. I've never seen a house like this, you know? Those things are miserable. I mean, I figure it's one of those things, there's a reason we don't see people doing this very often. You're curious? Is this a mosquito net, or is this, Interesting. Actually, no, that's just plastic. Huh, like a shower curtain they hammered up there. It comes with a guest house. Well, the interior is about what you'd expect, I'm afraid. Hang on, is that a... No. Okay. I was concerned that was something else. Don't worry. It wouldn't have been the first time we found an implement. It's amazing how much they fit in here, though. Like, holy smokes. Like, look at this. I know this is lens trickery, but I'm kind of surprised. Wall meat above the roll-up door. Yeah, that's enough to count. Oh my god. All right. Ah, my bedroom tank. What is this feeding out to a generator elsewhere? There better not be a generator inside. Like, is that what's going on here? Well, Curious. I'm not sleeping next to that. Well, your choices are pretty limited, I'm sorry to say. They actually did a pretty decent job with this, you know? I was expecting it to look way worse. Ooh. I hope you smell a leak. Curious. I was expecting way worse. I still don't want to live in here, you know? Aw, no. Don't worry. It's only going up from here, Dorian. Okay, and here we have the AC. We got the TV. Ooh, the corrugated metal. Nice, 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 nice. And the box fan. The people's favorite. Okay, okay. Make and do what they got. I can respect it. Although I gotta say, what happened here? I don't think rodents nibble on this usually, right? Okay. Roof gunch. Very intriguing. Okay. Probably got wet. Ooh, what is this? Okay, it's not carpet. All right. Oh, we can inspect their plumbing. Nicely done. Nicely done. There's their washing machine, it seems. Okay. That's code? I'm sure it is. Let me see here. So what else we got? Drone shot. There's another trailer situation with a actual solar array. Okay. Can't see the house no more. It's gone. It's gone. Nope, there it is. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll do visible damage. I was curious about that. Okay. Let's see. People love to talk about living off the grid, then it's this. Yeah. For the right person, this is probably a palatial estate. Not for me. No thanks. It's also not isolated enough. I could see neighbors from that drone shot, right? The price, though. This is in Vernon, Kentucky. $70,000. Okay. I was kind of like, if this is going to be far north of 100,000, I'd be a little concerned. Oh. Almost 6 acres, actually. Tucked back in private community of similar styled properties. Similar styled. Really? You calling your shot like that? Interesting. The features, a little limited. First time for sale, regrettably. Walk is 0. Of course. Oh, that's a highlighter. Okay. Tuck this away. Not even bikeability? I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, it doesn't say how bikeable it is. Is that a 0? Let's see. Who did I want to... You know what? We've seen a lot of repurposed churches. I tucked this one away because this is This is kind of a situation where I would have loved to have seen this church in its heyday. So it's a little ratty and trashed up, you know? So let's go ahead and make peace with that, okay? Because the main thing that's getting me here is the decor and the interior, you know? Okay. Where is this actually? Bethlehem, Pennsylvania is the location. Okay. So, let's see here. What we got? What we got? St. Nicholas Russian Orthodox Church. Boy. Them's house bones. It's rotten. Yeah, regrettably. Regrettably. It's not in good shape. This place is most likely a teardown. But the wall art, the paintings. Like, this is kind of alluding to stuff you see inside. Come unto me, all ye labor, and I will give you rest. Looking nice, looking nice. It's the Jesus. Okay, so I don't know what they were doing here. It seems they have their bell for storage here. Just plopped on top of like a moving dolly. So, it seemed to be mostly storage. I don't know what they were doing with it. But, oh my gosh. It's got the art on the ceilings, the walls. It is really cool. Let me see. Let me mark this off for wall or ceiling painting. Yeah, I would have really liked seeing this when it was new, you know? Not that I am one for a place of worship, but I mean, there was a lot of craftsmanship that went into doing this. And it's got the nice stained glass windows going the entire extent. Oh my gosh. Hope some of the walls are preserved. I am concerned about the condition, honestly. You can see... I'm actually wondering if this is wallpaper. It could be. I'm not sure. But you can see kind of where these little creases, probably just from condensation and sweat. You can see the little lines right here along the roof facets, so to speak. But super damn cool. Don't think I could turn this to a home, but I could see it being made up real nice. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about possible black mold at this point. I don't think you can create wallpaper for those. Already almost certainly painted. Probably. But actually, there's some wallpaper situations. I was thinking it was all hand-painted, but looking at stuff like this, looks like there's some places where they put up like a bit of a decal. But not everything, of course. Goodness. The way the paint is flecking off of this is so old. Goodness. Huh. I can't quite articulate it. There's some times where you look at old paintings on walls of, you know, very old material. This makes me think of those, the way the paint is flecked off and weathered, you know? It didn't bubble off or anything like that. Looks like this is somewhat of the wallpaper over here that started to scrape up, but the rest of it's just kind of losing the color in flecks. Mold is part of God's flock. Yes, sir. Oh, wow. Those panels on the wood. Oh, my goodness. Everything is so nice and decorative. A lot of embellishments. God. Every church I've been inside of is boring as hell. This looks super cool. God. Something nibbled through over here, though. Yeah. Looks like. Huh. Is there a shot straight up at the ceiling? There's a bit of... It does angle back a bit. I'd really like to, out of curiosity, see what's going on with some of the cracks and weathering up here. Lots of modern churches can be a bit boring. The ones I got dragged to were like Presbyterian ones for some reason, and the ones around there were kind of just very boring ho-hum, like 80s, 90s design, I remember, and I was like, Pardon me. At least in the US, extremely true. Now let me see here. Some storage area. I see. was an article 10 years ago here in Pittsburgh detailing all the abandoned churches, so many of them, too many to preserve all of them. That's something I'm kind of noticing. Oh, yeah. You got a CRT, buddy? Praise be. You got yourself some VHSs? What you watching on the booba tuba in the house of the Lord? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Now, where is this actually? I can see one of the walls over here. There is a door to the exterior. Is this up at the front? The head of the church, so to speak, I guess? Hang on. Stairs here. Upper level there. We could see this. Is it in one of these areas, I guess? We got a PlayStation 2 usable TV. Hell yes. Hell yes. You get the right split. You get the right splitters. I think you could also do a PS3, right? I'm trying to recall if I had something like that. I don't think maybe I did. I can't remember. It's been a long time. Pseudo kitchen, yeah. And I will speed up a little bit here because the rest of it is just kind of some stuff sprinkled around. Because they've been doing something here. I'm kind of curious what this was used for. Definitely a lot of storage. Oof. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, it's delaminating. Man. The mold is taking this place. Okay. Ooh. A little bit of a... Interesting. Huh. So cool. So sad. Ugh. Don't walk around barefoot on that carpet. No, no, no. Now, anything else? Oh, thank you. I was actually wondering if we get a shot of this. Where the chandelier hooks into the ceiling. Yep. Yep. Oh, no, 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 no. Are those decorative flecks, or are they mold flecks? Actually, I actually don't know. I don't know. Decorative, that's mold. Decorative stars. Part of me is thinking they look like stars. They aren't really... The colonies aren't spreading out in size, and they're kind of sprinkled around. Maybe? Yeah, they're stars. Okay. They're just spread around. They look like stars from this angle here, and this other bit of art. Goodness. Wow. Repeat. Ooh. Free box springs and manuscripts? You got manuscripts you're leaving here, buddy? And then blocks? Huh. Okay. Wow. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. In the holiest of places, the evilest of spirits are sealed. Oh my God, oh my God. Is that mold? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. Huh. Otherwise, outside looks pretty good, boss. What you got over here? Oh. Some laminated boards or something? It ain't holding up good no more. I'm kind of surprised the glass on the windows hasn't been busted. Oh, graffiti? Can't make anything out. Kids these days, they can't do nothing right. Give me some good graffiti on this abandoned church. Small. It looks like small. Okay. Oh no, oh no. They excavated something. It looks like spray insulation from something. Huh. I was wondering if this was like either a tub or if it was like a baptismal pool like we've seen in the past. Do I have a Graffiti All-Stars collection? No, but honestly, the one that I always think of is there was a house that was abandoned, boarded up, and we could never see the interior of, but there was drone footage flying around it. And right in the middle of it was like a very hilariously bad drawn Bart Simpson among a whole bunch of other graffiti. Like, people had fun painting shit, and just the really, really off-model Bart was great. What a treat. I wonder if I could ever find that again. That was such a good Bart. 1916. I would have clocked it as a little bit older, but whatever. South Bethlehem. Brimming with potential. It's unfortunate that all the art inside there is weathered so much, though. I'm kind of concerned about hidden rot, you know? It's going to be expensive to fix up? Absolutely, absolutely. It's sad because a lot of churches that are fixed up, they're modernized with very boring... It goes to the neutral grays and whites, and it never looks good, you know? And that said, somebody will probably flip it into some sort of like 4-apartment unit or something and really overcharge people. That's something else they do, you know? They'll chop them up into really overpriced duplexes. You'll be like, this looks like a deal. And you look at it and you're like, oh, wait, I'm only buying a quarter of this? What? Tech office startup. That's another one. I will never forget that. Oh, my God. So let me see. A palette cleanse, maybe. Actually, I shouldn't say palette cleanse. I need something that's kind of fucked. Oh, what direction to go in, though? You're weird, but you're kind of cool weird. Oh, you. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Look at the topiary. It's lovely. Oh my goodness. Okay, so curb appeal looking good. Where are we? Salem, Oregon right now. Good topiary. Good topes. Looking great. Oh my God. Very, very good. Very good. Thumbs up. M. What could it mean? What could it mean? M is for Mario. Needs a wee trim. Yeah, there's some parts that need to be a little evened out. Like this little bit right here is a little projected. Cute idea. All right. Looks like there's a... I actually don't know what variety of tree this is. Curious. A little crunched. Bush. Let's see. So the house itself, paint job's looking pretty good. Boy, somebody touched it up nicely. Oh, there's a close-up of the tree, by the way. If any knowers can recognize what's going on here. But also, there's a little bit of a twirly, corkscrewy thing here. Is that art? Maybe! Maybe! Welcome to the art hosts. Oh my goodness. You got squiggles, you got wiggles, you got waggles. Ooh. And also, what is going on up here? Just loops. Okay. We got people saying yonic. We have people talking about birth canal. What's going on, folks? We Papa Squat. We got to talk about stuff, maybe. So this is inside the front door. Boy. Squiggles, wiggles, and waggles. Oh, how's about... Oh, boy. How's about... Man. So I did not read these previously. Oh, boy. Log cabin heaven. It's a log cabin heaven in a story. Pine tree, plywood, isocles. Isosceles. What's up with the O up here in the third line? Is it supposed to be isosceles? Misspelling isosceles? Genuine hayseed, dropped in channel. 51 Olds, 52 Ford, 41. Chevy, 37 Ford, 41. Buick, 56 or 5B, Chev, mostly primered black, Victoria on a flatbed. Probably trees buzzing. Up Annie. Can I see the rest of this? Can I see the rest of this? I mean, I like what they did with the ceiling. The ceiling is interesting. I don't know about the manic scribbling. Oh, wait. It's on the floor as well? Oh my god, I didn't notice the floor. Oh, no. Playtime, playing house. Oh, what the hell? Moon went by? I am so baffled. Huh. Okay, voices, train. Because there's times in this where we start looking at these. For a bit in my head, I was like, maybe they liked a specific piece of literature and they're weirdly quoting it. And now I'm just kind of hoping somebody in chat will be like, oh, I've read this book. Okay. Let me see. What do we got over here? Intriguing. Oh. Back outside? No! We're back inside. Okay. The squiggles, the lines. Yes! Yes to what? Okay. I see. I'm learning so much today. Yes to vents, pro vent. Oh. Hi, no, oh, is, no, is, sin? Huh. Okay. All right. Something else going on here. A little more whimsical feeling. Okay. Looks like a stainless lining on this table here. Was this a workshop situation? Kitchen. Okay. Nice and quirky. I'm not like other kitchens. Wow. That is interesting. Huh. Is this labor of love or what? I'm probably gonna do labor of love. Probably? Maybe? I don't know. This is a mental break. I've usually pushed aside houses that have strong negative mental health issues, but those also tend to be in very bad condition. This is very well kept, very well maintained. You know what I mean? So part of me wants to think this is somebody who really liked... I don't know how to phrase this. What was actually going on over here? Not a workshop. Interesting. There it is. It is giving Rugrats, you know? It is strongly giving Rugrats. These people, the thing is, people lived here, they loved HVAC. They're like, this is amazing. Look at this, the star of the show right here. Any furniture you bring to this house will come alive and ask for a cartoon. No, not after the brave little toaster. I can't go through this again. Oh my god. Goodness me. From the outside, you would not realize it. The triangles? Okay, hold on. Whoops. No. What are these? Private beach. Okay. Oddfellow Park. Sat 8 noon? Okay. Interesting. Goodness, even these Even these flower beds are carved out to specific shapes. This one is close to a plus or a cross. The triangle thing is strange too. Huh. Yeah. Topiary outside's nice too. What's the listing? 300,000. Not a big house, but 1936. Artists Nick and Sloy's 1936 2-bed, 1-bath, 920 square foot home is a living canvas. It's like their playful and imaginative spirit. This gem sits on a spacious 46, 135 lot, private yard, single garage. Don't miss the metal and handcrafted wood trim details surrounding the home. Furnace installed, yada yada, yada yada. Can we read the walls of the 3D tour? There is a 3D tour. Thank you for reminding me. So, oh, there's more on the door? Huh. Peeper boot. Big cross. Wow, I didn't notice there was all this stuff on the door. Huh. Now let me see here. I don't know. Skeezing? Skeezix? Any skeezers in chat? Hang on. Wow. Can I get a little closer? What does this corner say here? Across the study, ever looked at West Coast town, ever smelled the paint? Something stars are lit in the after roof, the whole story in glisten? Huh. Who wants to sleep in this room? I would absolutely hear voices in my head if I slept in this room. Interesting. Smoke. Okay. Well, let me see. It is artists, so this is a labor of love. Extra emphasis on the double quotes with weird. Let me see here. I'm going to tuck this aside. I'm going to save you. Okay. Anything else in the description? I don't think there's anything else we really care about. Nah, not really. Of course these will be high. Yeah. Okay. In that part of the country, sure. Hey, Wario. Let me see here. So, I suppose... Oh, yeah. You're a strong contender. Hang on, let me rifle around through what I've got here. Curious. Which one were you? It was a husband and wife duo, and the wife passed. Aw. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, you were this house. You were this house. Which one are you? Ah, right. And last one. Right, you. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, look at that. Looking good. Are we getting a hotel? We're getting a big lot with some structures on it. Look at that. Think about the possibilities. Look how many pools it's got. I'm not good with the mountain ranges. Are we anywhere near Vegas? We're in Palm Springs. Graboids! There's something out here. Okay. Interior of the room looks pretty well cared for, you know? All right. Pool parties, exotic dreams resort, day and weekend night passes. Is that cube glass? That is right. Excellent. We're in more populated Joshua Tree. Isn't Palm Springs within the Joshua Tree sneezing distance? I'm trying to remember. I think it is. Here's the squiggles, if you wanted to see a better look at them. Looking good. Looking good. So, looking around, we got the pool, a lot of amenities for covered areas. This place must have still been pretty active business, honestly. Ooh. 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 But why so many pools? Is that a maze? Is that a maze in my motel? That's a cryptid. That's a cryptid for sure. Look at him. I can smell him from here. Oh my god, oh my god. The cryptid is trapped? Yeah, they can't get out, unfortunately. Oh my god. Well, these are the risks we take, you know. Cubicles? No, it is a maze. Oh, congrats on the bingo switch. Okay, okay. The pool is, one of the pools at least, pretty decent. Small house next to it. I guess it's got this unit. Okay, okay. Bathroom, yeah, the interiors are pretty well cared for. Relatively modern, well kept, clean, pretty consistent, of course, on the style of the furniture and stuff. New turlet, that's right. Looks like a motel. It is a motel. Some of these are, a number of these are different rooms we're going to. They're just consistent, you know? What we got? What is this over here? Is this just showers, something. Not important. Okay, okay. So, there is a reason I've got this in here. Getting aging budget resort killed by COVID. Put a feather in that thought. I don't know if COVID did anything to this, but this place does have a history. Out of order Pepsi machine. Ooh, did I miss it? Did it have the I miss seeing soda machines that had the big chunky buttons for ordering on the side, you know? Like comically big. Not like the little circular buttons. I mean the ones that would have like a picture of it slid into like a big acrylic display that you just punch, you know? Generic drink dispenser. Yeah, now it's like, oh, no. They got to have slides. You got to be able to see the interior of it moving the drink around and delivering it to you. It's like, I don't want to see that shit. The big old chunky buttons. Maybe you could find a rare one with like some fake wood paneling on the front. Okay. Okay. The maze. Wait a second. Curious. What's up with the cage? Aw. Cage for a cryptid? No. No. You would never do something like that. Okay, so outdoor sex dungeon? They don't do sex mazes. What does this say? It's a little too crunchy. I don't know. Okay. Play maze hours. Yeah, the play maze is something for the kids, okay? Sex mazes are real? The hell's a sex maze? You're making these up. Okay. Not gonna linger in that room for too long. No. Okay. What is this actually? Okay. Pineapples? You're seeing pineapples? No. No. That could be anything. Okay? They just like tropical fruit, right? That is a bit of a cuck chair situation, though. Let me see here. Let me mark this off. Okay. So, not too much from the pictures. A lot of sunning. Okay. That's the last photo. Okay. Palm Springs, 10,500,000. Built 1948. Ahem. Welcome to the Exotic Dreams Hotel, a rare, iconic hospitality offering in the heart of Palm Springs. I don't think this says anything about it. So, there's some articles I saw on this place. This has gone from a very well-known place for primarily gay clientele back in the 50s and such. And the ownership changed a few times. And I believe in recent years, it is primarily a swingers motel of sorts. In fact, hang on. Yes, it is a sex maze. It is a sex maze. Hang on. Because I could... Let me see. Let me see here. Yeah, if Stern was around, they probably would have windmill slammed articles on this almost immediately. You know, like frame one. I've never heard of a sex maze. You know? Hang on a second. A beloved swingers resort is making a premature evacuation. I see. Palm Springs Resort with a so-called play maze for its partner-sharing adult guests was unexpectedly put on the market this summer. Clothing-optional Exotic Dreams Resort was listed for sale in July for a pants-dropping $10.5 million. I mean, pants-dropping, that's a scary amount. Not only is it clothing optional, but it's a swingers lifestyle resort. Okay, very well-known property in terms of history. If you know, you know. 40-room hotel, storied reputation, California, free-for-all respite for the open-minded. Before it was dubbed the Exotic Dreams Resort Hotel, the space was known as the All Worlds Resort and was a famous spot for clothing-adverse gay men. The clothing-optional mindset carried on as the hotel transitioned to a swingers destination. Closed in 2024 and part of 2025 to accommodate reconstruction. It opened it in the summer to an eager crowd of swingers. It's unclear why the owner's trying to sell the hotel so soon after investing in the property. You can make lots of money, says the person who's selling it. After the remodel, we opened July 1st, and every single month we have revenue of approximately $140,000. The costs are pretty low. It's good business. So there we go. A swingers hotel? It was. Who wrote this article? It looks like it's written by somebody on New York Post. It was just like the first one I pulled up, honestly. Anyway. I am a little curious about the dude who is selling it, saying it's a golden goose. You can come and buy it from me, please. Sex maze. I've never heard of a sex maze. I mean, I know there's a whole bunch of stuff that swingers do, but it's like a sex maze? It's not even a good maze, you know? Okay, let me see. So since that was Joshua Tree vicinity, I need to do a random redeem. There we go. First a gay resort, which is unsurprising. First the gays get kicked out and the swingers come in, and then they get kicked out. It sounds like the swingers are still kind of around. It is kind of... I am kind of curious. I'm guessing maybe the ownership change wanted to push out specifically gay clientele, maybe. I don't know. Swingers are like termites? Oh my god. Okay. So let me see here. There was another listing that I did not grab because it wasn't that interesting of a house, but it also came up in the last week or two. But there was somebody who put up a listing of a home, and one of the photos of the listing depicted a painting that they had on the wall. And the painting was actually stolen by the Nazis. So the thing is, you might think, okay, I saw people reacting to this right when it came up in discussion. The Nazi one? Yeah, at first I saw people saying, hey, they've got some stolen Nazi paintings in here. And I look at it, I'm like, maybe they just got a reproduction. I don't know. But the thing is, the listing, after people pointed this out and started getting attention, the listing removed the painting from it and retook the picture. but the person who was selling it was actually identified as the daughter of a Nazi. I don't know if she was aware or not. Probably aware and just didn't say anything, but the fact that it was pictured in listing stuff got caught up in it, and now it's like, okay. So they did give the painting back. I don't know what's going to come of it afterward, but that was something else I thought of recently. And that's the thing. I'm kind of like, even if she said, I don't know if she's ever quoted saying I have no idea, but it's kind of like at that point, it's like, it may be, oh no, I didn't realize. Anyway. So let me see here. Where are we at on time? 30 minutes. Okay. So, who did I want to show as a follow-up to that? My father did what? I thought he just worked as a contractor in Europe. That's impossible. Let me see here. You were that house. Okay. Let me see. It wasn't a Nazi painting. It was stolen by Nazis. Yeah, isn't that what I said? I might have flubbed my wording. But it was stolen by Nazis. Which was a very common thing, unfortunately. Okay. Which are you? You have a couple things that are interesting, but you're kind of long. You know what? Let's go to a witch house. We haven't been to a witch house in a long time. It looks like teeth. It's not teeth. Don't worry. We aren't going to another tooth house. Okay. I mean, it does look like teeth, frankly. But it is shingles, you know? 12 Riverview Drive. Looking good. I love these little columns of shingles to this tower. Excellent. Ooh. Man, oh man. I gotta send this to Ryudo just to jump scare him. Love scaring him with shingle houses. Boy, roof might need a little TLC. But the witch magic's probably keeping it at bay, right? Surely. Let me see. Okay. Looking good. Loves this house already. 10 out of 10 Woods Home. It's a very cute house. Wait, is that a broomstick? Hold on. Yes. I kind of said witch house just because of the overall quirky design, but the fact there's a broomstick on top of this. It's not a weather vane from what I could tell. This is something like a wooden thing that's fixed, that's up here. Weather vanes usually have a bit more of like a metal structure for rotating, right? Wow. An actual witch house. Goodness. Hold on. What is this? Ooh, can I get a close-up of this, please? I need to know what this is. I've gotta. Ah, shit. Is this as close as we're gonna get? This might be as close as we're gonna get to it. It's either a cat or a fox. Oh, I kind of see it. Yeah. My brain was processing this is almost like a shawl and like a little weird gnome or dwarf or something. But I can kind of see the cat. Yeah, okay. I can see their chest. I can see their nose. I can see their eyes, their ears. Okay, we're still firmly in witch territory. It's not a black cat. But it doesn't have to be, right? Ooh. Very nice. So cozy. Cobblestone on the wall here? Man. They took such good care of this. This is so charming. Where are we, New England? Oh, we're in Maine right now. Booth Bay? Okay. What we got up here? What is this? Oh, it's a tea kettle. Okay. Wow. These are so nice. The fridge could be more witchy. I will say, I will come to their defense. I don't know how they would be able to do good witchy stuff on the appliances other than just, eschewing them entirely. Actually, wow. Okay, that's stained green. Okay. Yeah. Boy. Okay. I wonder how much land comes with this, actually. Gosh, even the, wow. Even the handles on the cabinets. Wow. 100% a witch. It is getting very hard to deny witchy vibes, you know? Okay. The decor really is consistent with the entire exterior. It's really kind of impressive. This has to have been the original owners that, like, created this place, right? Hang on. Okay. Ooh. Actually, what is this that I'm looking at here? Huh. Oh, wait. There's like a glass panel or acrylic panel. It's like a bit of a small diorama of layers in here, I think. Because you see the house, a flat panel. There's this glass on top of it. There's this blue. Is this reflecting or is it painted or tucked in there? Wow. Yeah, because like this down here looks like it's in the foreground, maybe? That is so cool. Oh, what's this say? Clock open? The Garden Gnome book. There is a tome for these critters? That's not a David the gnome. That's a very different gnome. This is right across from that other diorama. Wow. Actually, I thought it was a flat panel with a layering trick. This looks like it's actually recessed. Like, this looks so further back. Maybe? I don't know. That is cool, though. Good God, that is sweet. That is sweet. This is where the gnomes live? It's a witch house, though. Okay, so what's the relationship between gnomes and witches? I've never thought about them working in concert, you know? Are they like familiars or creatures in service to the witch? Respectful. The witches are very great and powerful. Both are creatures of the forest. I've never viewed the witch as a creature of the forest, you know? Anything over here? I'm going to go ahead and mark off excessive wood. If we didn't already mark off labor of love, this absolutely would have had it in spades. Goblin hatch. Did I miss a gerblin hatch somewheres? Let me see here. That's just attic access here. I don't know. Whenever I see the panels in the ceiling, I immediately kind of... I'm kind of against calling all ceiling panels goblin doors, just because they're, you know... They just strike me as, like, attic access. You see very often, you know? Goodness me. That's a corner paneling situation? Okay. Oh, wait, no. It's hinged. So this is opened. I see. Let me see. Very cool. Very cool. This is bathroom. Bathroom. Wow. You got seating. Very impressive. Now, ooh, that's a Pizza Hut line. I'll do that for that grandma lamp. There we go. Goodness. So cool. Oh, this is along the stairwell up. Nice wall painting. Oh my goodness. Anything else over here? Possibly some things. Let's progress. Quilts? We got a quilt aspected witch. Nice work. Very nice. Second story bathroom. Yeah, kind of smallish. Is this her secret viewing chamber? Oh. Interesting. It's just this small little tucked away area behind this changing board. Huh. A secondary house? There they are! They've got their own house! Very nice. Very nice. You're taking good care of this place, bud. Such power. Mm-hmm. Be sure to leave offerings. It is a place of power. And they got dish. Man. So this is actually a secondary sort of shed thing. This is much smaller. A ramp. I don't think we go inside there. No, we don't. Oh. It's near some sort of bay of sorts, I suppose? Boy, how far out is this? Private dock. So this is ours. Wow. It's Booth Bay. It does come in the name. You got me there. Roughly 530,000, okay? 3.5 acres. Let me see here. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Stained glass items by Richard McDonald are part of the creative ambiance. Built by late artist builder David Lee of East Booth Bay. Only one of 4 he built in the area. Super cool. It's more Romeo and Juliet 2, Sherlock Gnomes sort of a situation. Steve's Road. Okay. You want to see where it is? East of Brunswick. Okay. Huh. Super cool. Very nice. First time listed for sale. When was it built, actually? 2011. Oh. Okay, okay. Relatively newer construction. Not brand spanking new, but I mean, I really didn't have a vibe of how old this place was because the style was so unique, right? Okay, okay. Not that. Beep. Let me see. So, where are we at on time? Okay, 18 minutes. Which of these do I want to nudge? I've got some good ones, but they're also kind of long. The second half is kind of stacked. So, I'm curious. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to pause bingo for this house. This house has 91 pictures, but there's something I want to show you. I will mark off rambling derail in pittance. Okay, okay. So put down your pens and pencils. Okay. Okay. So, such sights.
My name is Thomas Light. I am the researcher
Thomas Light.
who designed and built Mega Man X.
Nice VO. I'll take face as well because when I loaded this up, I couldn't help but think about face on that, honestly. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay. The thing we're looking for is about halfway into the listing. So don't stress about it too much as I pass through these things. Pardon me. Okay. Kitchen. The colors are relatively drab, you know. We got the very heavily neutral cool colors going on here. Okay. Where is this actually? Placerville, California. Okay, if anybody wants to look up Joshua Tree, but I don't think this is in the Joshua Tree vicinity, judging by the exterior, but maybe I am wrong. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's for HVAC stuff. Sigh, modern. Okay, so bathroom, sure. Adios, switch, have a good one. Very far from Joshua Tree. That's what I was thinking, yeah. Oh! Okay, that's not gamer. Why is Joshua Tree Zillow like that anyway? I don't know. Pronounced Placerville, I see. I will tuck that away and always pronounce it correctly, like I am wont to do with many other specific pronunciations. Don't you worry, friend. Gotta say, the carpet. Did somebody just spill a lot of wine in here? What's going on? Weird. There's like a very faint blush pink mixed in with the gray here. Boy. Okay. That's where the murder happened? I see. That's the actual killing floor. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, what is this? Well, that's attic access, I imagine. Little weird, little strange. Is this a secret door actually? I think this is a secret door. Let me back up. Yes, it is. Is it? No, wait, is this the same room? It is. Okay, yeah, this is the hinge. This is a secret door. This is the hinge right here. I thought it was mismeasured, but the opening goes up higher on the wall. So this is just the hinge here. Okay. So, I know there's barn door, but bingo is paused. Don't worry about it. Okay. So. Oh! Oh! We got a... Is this a streamer setup? Is this a gamer set? Oh, I see. Is that a mounting bracket or is that a very weird gaming peripheral? I actually don't know. God, so these are freestanding curved monitors. Look at this. Yeah, I was looking at this as well down here. This is a big-time race car gamer person. Goodness, that lets you steer the car. Lets the car know what way to go. Maybe 4. Is there 3 or 4? This is an ultra wide. This is, hang on. Yeah, looking like 4. If we're just counting the stands here, I guess. Yeah, it's 4. Goodness. That isn't why I tucked this away, but when I was prepping it, I did see the gamer chair and thought to myself, don't look too closely. Not yet. Okay. Another setup over here. Office. Okay. Not sure where this goes. Divorce Dad Core. At least it's not podcast Divorce Dad. Okay. We're getting to the part that kind of loses me a bit. I think I've unpacked what's going on. There is a tube. A tube with an exit sign. Okay. So, let me see here. We got tube. Now, I think the next picture is taken right here, and it turns to the left. Okay? Because this next one is a little jarring out of context, so we are walking forward, we're stopping here, and we're turning to the left. And then... Actually, no, it's the next one. The very next one. There. Okay, so... I think this is supposed to... It said exit. I don't know if this is supposed to be an exit or if they're being cute and that's extra storage. Yeah. Like, let me back up a photo. Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Go here and you turn left and we've got this closet. Is there a bunker here? So, okay, actually, where's this? I can see another culvert here. Oh! I see. We actually go, okay, this isn't full. Okay, we head to the end of the stairway. We can see these right here. I thought it was a dead end or a closet. We were able to see these guys right here. Okay, so I thought it was a closet. It's not. It's leading to the next room. It just looks like a closet. Okay, we've just walked through. There are the storage containers, the bright red ones. Is that paint? Or no, that's MRE. That those are meals. Oh yeah. Them's the foods. That's a lot of paint. I mean, is it paint? I think this is food, right? Is it? I think it is. They didn't even bring their gaming rig down here. God. Yeah, those are these big tubs right here. They sell prepper stuff in big tubs that kind of look like this. a lot of them are in drums like this, but I think they also have like bags of MREs you can get by like the tub full like this. We had a stream a long time ago where we rooted around in that, I think. That was a long time ago. Ah, what a time, what a time. The funny thing I've heard pretty unanimously from folks who've tried prepper food is that it always tastes terrible, which is very funny. I thought they would have had a way to make it taste decent, you know? I'd rather eat paint, to be honest. From what I've often heard, that's usually about what the experience is like. Because it'd be one thing if it would digestively not agree with you, but I've always heard people say that it just tastes abysmal, you know? Steve MRE 1989. Well, in Steve's defense, he often has the military ones. Like the military MREs are kind of a different beast. A lot of these that you get from like civilian ones that are like shelf-stable powdered things like this, I've heard they tend to be far, far less. They have a lot less going on in approvals and stuff, I think, you know? I feel like the military MREs, there's a lot more folks involved in approving things. A lot of these, the vibe I've gotten from these domestic ones is it's kind of like, is it edible? Sure. Taste? Who fucking cares? I do know a lot of modern MREs, they tend to have things that are like readily available stuff like M&Ms and things that aren't actually made by the MRE creators. Let me see. Is it... I'm sure it's safe. I don't like it. I'm sure it's safe. Military MREs have come a long way. Boy, howdy. Boy, howdy. This is rough, buddy. I know. I know. Overnight oats. I mean... Why is there a brand of overnight oats? That's just rolled oats that you prep in advance. All right. Maybe I'm not aware of things. Okay. What else? I mean, it's like, do you have to make the overnight oats the night beforehand? Is this a big gotcha thing? There's a brand now. It's more like smoothies than overnight oats. Oh, so it's just it's just oats that are blended into a flour almost. Okay. I mean, I used to be very big on overnight oats, let me tell you. You get some good protein powder, them's real good eating. I've also had cauliflower ones, which are okay. They're masked up fine. What is up with... Hold on. This is probably for like loading in hay bales back in the day, but I don't like the fact they have like a modern barn door on this. I'm going to unpause the bingo, I guess. We are kind of nearing the end of this, and this is kind of ruffling my feathers. I'm going to mark off barn doors for multiple reasons. The barn exit. The barn defenestrator. Okay. Anything else? Oh, buddy! They are domesticated. That counts. Little guys. There's an actual little guy over here. Look at him. Look at him. Itty bitty. Itty bitty. That is a small dog right there, let me tell you. Okay. Anything else? They got their cattle. Okay. Bingo number 4. Farm eggs? Would prepper count as tchotchkes? It would, but we already did tchotchkes this game. I will do Michael's for this farm and eggs thing, honestly, because that's enough for me. Okay. There we go. That's number 5. Let me do an auto call. Holler for what you want. Now, anything here? We got something for taking on the waters. The secret bathroom. Okay. Anything else? No. Ooh, boy. Wow, look at the geography. That is so nice. Nice rolling hills. Ooh, big solar array, too. My goodness. So this seems to be ranching country. Well, maybe not ideal ranching country. It is a little hilly. Okay, okay. So, Placerville, California. It is 1.15 million, 5 acres. What do we got? What do we got? Gold Trail District. Pardon me. Anything fun here? A chicken coop? I didn't see no cluckers. I didn't see any of them little good critters. Tesla chargers as well? Oh. Modern amenities. The modern manatees, as we call them. I see, I see. Oof. First time on the market? Nope. Okay. 07, 08, about 500,000. Wow. Wow. I do love me a good old, look, 2008. But this is pretty on the nose, right? Dropped by 50% to try and get a sale. And then sold. Okay, they crept it up, it looks like. Okay, there's a little bit of white noise here. This may be inaccurate, but at the very least, they did have to cut off 200,000 or so, you know? Orforio, thank you for the 42.
Orforio
My
just
goodness.
subscribed for 42 months. It's the answer to life, the universe, and wait, how long has this been going on for?
Far too long. Thank you so much, dude. So, bought it 5 years ago, and they're trying to sell it for this much. So that's why everything looked so modern boring on the interior. This is absolutely a modern flip, you know? Okay, okay. Well, let me start the next game. The bonus house redeem got me the binger. Excellent. What are the odds? Well, there are statistical odds, but hey, I'm not gonna do them numbers. Okay. Let me do that. Let me go ahead before I forget, create the next game. And we are actually at the midway point. So, let me, do I want to bring up the next cluster of houses? Maybe. I remember I've got a lot in the second half that are pretty interesting. So let me actually go ahead and do that right before we... Oh, that's right. Ooh, I have a listing on Facebook today to show y'all. We've only had like one of those fucking things. Oh my God, oh my God. That's right, we're going to be going to Facebook in the second half. I know you're all excited. Oh my God, oh my God. Am I a robot? Fuck you! People still use Facebook? Apparently. Don't look at me. Okay, let me see here. It's doing the anti-robot thing. Let me go ahead and knock that out here. Facebook Marketplace is bustling. I have thought a time or two about maybe looking on there for marketplace stuff, but I don't know. Because I've had shit luck with Craigslist. Okay. Okay. So let me go ahead, let me get the AFK thing up. Go ahead and take like 5. I will kill the pre-roll stuff right now, folks. So you're not going to miss anything, don't worry. But go ahead, take 5, do what you need to, and we'll be right back. I've got there's some interesting ones in the second half I really want to look at. Okay, we're back. Ooh. Nope. Yep, there we go. Tuck that away. And, uno mas? Uno mas? No dice? Oh, just in time. Plot. The plot was lost. It's been found. A real boy again? Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay. Tuck you away. Ooh. Hong Kong? Man. Deus Ex had so many good tracks. Let me see now. So, in the second half... Is there one I wanted to go to almost immediately? Hang on a second. So, which are you? Let me see here. Oh, I might have the first one to go to. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. You? Probably could have let Words on Stream go for another round, honestly. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this one. So... Okay. Can I move? Yes. Alright. Alright. And, stop it. Alright. Now then. Nice and pink looking. If I had to split hairs, I give them points for effort. I've never actually seen hot pink corrugated metal. Okay. A little bit of Peppy Bismol. Guard dog on duty. There's a friend in there. Boop something? Huh. Please don't talk about booping the doorbell. Makes me kind of cringe. Ooh. That is... Hold on. I'm sure they're well constructed, but those are weird chairs. What on earth? I can see the nails are hammered flat in there too. I'm gonna do Seed of Sacrifice for that. That is so bizarre. Oh my god. Hang on. Seed of Sacrifice. Okay. Interior. What's going on in here? Ooh. Nice mint green walls, possibly? Who knows? It's a flexible color descriptor. But the ceiling's a little weird. Almost looks like the sort of wood you would see on the floors. Love the black and white checkered tile. I'm a little curious why it doesn't go straight up to the door. There's this previous area that has none of the checkerboard stuff, you know? It's like this is the ska zone. This is the non-ska zone. And then I see. White over here, black over there. Interesting. What is this song? I've been trying to find it for ages. This is from Deus Ex. The track is called The Synapse. It is the Hong Kong music. If you ever played it and gone to Hong Kong, you'll hear this playing a lot in the hub. So, we got some very interesting art going on here. So, let me start left to right. There's some sort of a poster over there. It's interesting. Bird? Yeah. But also, the flooring. Oh my god. Oh my god. The lights are reaching. They kind of are. They are clambering out of the wall. Getting toward the heat source of the room, I would say. Cool bird. Hang on. So, what is going on here? You got a little man. You got a little window. Little tile mosaic. That's a wall painting. I don't think that's a wall painting. I think this is just a... I think it's just a poster or something. I can see an artist's signature down here. There may be something else in here, though. Interesting. I don't know what's going on in this room, though. Vaguely cottagecore. It has a style of its own. They knew somebody that had a lot of leftover tile. Huh? Girl? Okay, okay. A little strange. Let's proceed elsewhere. So this is the room we were in a couple photos back. Not feeling a coherent style or theme. I'm not either. There's a lot of hodgepodge of stuff. Like zoomed in on the plaster or what have you that's up here on these on this wall. I couldn't make out anything consistent. They have little dollhouse windows here as well. Dimmer switch. Very nice, very nice. And this is... Okay, oh, right. So this next photo, we are stepping to the right and looking in the same direction. Yeah. Okay. Am I cropping anything? No? Windows for the borrowers? Okay. Well, I can see the light source is also clambering out over here. What happened to the door? I haven't really mentally processed what's going on here. Hang on. So, there is mineshaft down there. Don't worry about it. What is up with the door? The door is opened up toward us, but there's a curved doorway? Huh. That's a hat hanging on the doorknob. That means don't go in there. There's stuff going on. Hang on. Kitchen? Sure. That door opens to the right. Yeah. But I'm also looking as a curved doorway. I don't really... My eyes aren't quite following what's going on here with the door and stuff. I don't know if I will get anything, though, to clarify where I'm stumped. Okay. Kitchen. Itty-bitty fan. It's fine for the size of the kitchen. Okay. Okay. We are past that doorway. Mirror. Ooh, they got the stars. These aren't the glow-in-the-dark ones, unfortunately. Okay. So... a little busy. I will say this is not technically a basin sink because you can reach to the very bottom of this, right? This isn't much different than like a porcelain freestanding sink, you know what I mean? It is a DIY situation with the basin, but it's not like, you know, clamped down against a countertop. It's a pain to... pedestal sink, thank you. Okay. So, what is the deal with the tile here?
Warbella gifted the Hankosha a subscription.
Absolutely.
Warbella gifted a tier 1 sub to the Hankosha.
Bella, thank you for giving a sub to Hankosha. Thank you. Also, I don't know if this is carpet or if it's a bath mat that's really, really nestled in the corner. You know what I mean? Huh. Interesting. Also, I hadn't really paid attention. Why do they have this curtain drapery stuff going on up here? Corbell, thank you for the sub. Thank you so
Stern
much.
Corbell just subscribed for 1 month.
Welcome. So... I'm trying to process something here. Hold on. No, bedroom? Okay. This is... Okay, I see the mineshaft floor stuff here. Am I cropping that? I think I am. Hang on. No, I'm not. I have a wall-to-wall bath mat. It helps you sleep at night. Okay. I think these were painted by them or by somebody they knew. Why is the mirror outside the bathroom? Well, there's that mirror there. That's the hall mirror. That's a magical door. I wish it opened up. I wish it opened up. Oh. What on earth?
Jesus Christ!
パイン、オーラチアード X100。
How you been? Thank you for the 100 bits. How you been, by the way? Good to see ya. Strong ladies? Looking like. I'm going to take wall art. I'm getting the sense that some of these, they might have been drafted up there by hand. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say sure. Let me do. Whoa. Sure. Tag yourself. Yeah, choose your favorite lady right there. Oh, is this a... Oh, that's an easel. At least that's a palette right there, right? So they must... So the painting and stuff might have been... Actually, it's a little kiddo's room, maybe. There are plushes there. Huh. Okay, okay. Well, let me see here. Oh. Got some grayscale trees over here? Also, I'm noticing the floor here is green tile. That's kind of... No, wait, that's not tile. They painted over hardwood. I always hate when I see this. The floor looks so lovely. Man. Oh, well. Somebody just needs to sand it up or something. A guest room? No. Daybed? Sure. Oh, this is the entryway. And backyard? Okay. Ooh. That's a nice backyard, actually. That's a good back 40. That's a lot of green. Huh. How busy is the neighborhood? Okay. Okay. Huh. Very cool. This is in Lewisburg, West Virginia. 178,000. House built. Oof, that's old house bones. Attractive pine beadboard ceiling. Is that what that's called? Beadboard? Uh-huh. That's cheap as hell. How much land does that come with, actually? This might be a chat GPT summary. It reads like it. Yeah. There's a verboseness that it leans into usually, and it's a little dry. Yeah. This extra stuff down here was a copy paste from somewhere. Beadboard is a thing. I was looking away, so I couldn't tell you if that was it. It's cute, I'll give it that. I think it's very charming. I feel like whoever buys it is going to cover up all of the character, regrettably. Sold last year, up for sale again. Huh. Okay. Well, let me see. Who should I go to next? Are you just mid-century modern interesting? No, you're not mid-century modern. What are you? Oh, I have you mixed up with somebody else. How embarrassing. I Wario. Okay. Oh, Breath of Fire 4. My beloved. Let me see. Grandmother in White Sulphur Springs in West Virginia used to talk about how Lewisburg was like a city compared to White Sulphur. Is it a shul? It's not a shul. It's a house with a lot of natural light. Like this place is more, this is more window than house, you know? Also, look at that driveway. Oh my God. That is so much. That is so much. Is this a FLW? This is in Ohio. Barberton, Ohio. Oh, wow. Huh. You got a little skinny plot of property. It's just about driveway wide. Zero privacy. There's privacy. It's back there. Is that a... That's a golf course. Wait, is that golf course? Is that scum on a pond? That's looking golfy. I think that's golfy. Is it? I see. I don't know. Whenever I see this coloration, it's kind of like what last week or so I think it was. I saw this from afar, and some people said, no, actually, that's scum on top of a pond. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh. I think I see striations that make me think it's golf. Those are shite fairways. That's the other thing that's getting me. It looks pretty terrible. Wow. Okay. Seems like an odd place for golf, honestly. Maybe we're just seeing the edge of an area. This strikes me as like kind of out in the country a little bit. Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah. The back 40, looking good. Interior, bet you weren't expecting this. Okay. Stylings. The stainless steel and or chrome. It's making me think late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember specific things from this, but we might be in cocaine decor. From the outside, I thought this was a mid-century modern house that I tucked aside. Mid-century modern homes are usually nice palette cleanses, so I usually table them. Oh, are the handles squiggles? Oh, they are! Oh my god. Modeled off the party cups themselves. I'll take several. Oh no? What do you mean, oh no? It's a good sign, right? It's gotta be, right? Fancy? Let's see. Oh. Remember difficulty? Ohio. I'm always intrigued when I see folks with very harsh opinions of certain states. I'm always intrigued. But the big thing here, look at the flooring and the entryway. We have never seen this before, my friends. Never, ever, ever. Hang on. Cube floors, that's right. The glass flooring, but not just any glass. Look at that. Ooh, boy. I love it so much. Does it light up? God, that would be amazing, right? That would be amazing. Feel like Ohio might be better than Pennsylvania, but I've never been either. I'm just partial to saying Ohio gozaimasu. I mean, I've kind of wanted to see a number of states. It's kind of like after being in specific parts of Texas, I hear folks take shots at other states. I'm like, man, I'm sure it's great. I'd love to see it myself. Nice mooses. They got mooses. What's this up here? Some wiggle waggles. A little too crunchy. Okay. Anything else going on here? Vineyards. Is this just an entire corn? Oh, it's not a wine cellar. It's like a wine nook. All right. I can respect it. Don't talk to me till I've had my wine. The wine alcove. How you doing, Jay? Let me see here. What is... Hang on. Oh, it's a bag with something in it. Okay. I didn't know what that was for like a couple seconds. Huh. Weird. I don't like this desk, you know? The placement of the piano is kind of funny, though. Huh. All right. Usually you see the pianos inside like the den for people to futz with. This is like a possibly 2-person office with also just chairs and a piano here. I'm not sure what the thought was in the layout of this. I mean, honestly, if I had to really nitpick, the floor mat is shoved way too far in there. Like, you've no need for the casters to be on that if you've got a human sitting here, right? Let me see here. Bathroom, sure. Bathroom 2, yeah. You gonna tell me there's a third bath? The cube glass goes on the second level. We got a catwalk. Wow, look at that. Huh. I forgot it went up to the second level like this. It just, do you think you could see through this? No, you can't. You can't. That'd be silly talk. Okay. Den, more natural light. Wow. You're going to use so much Windex cleaning this place. Bathroom with strange. Not sinful, but that's strange. Let me mark off Splippy, by the way. There it is. Pretty good config, honestly. Yeah, there's nothing sinful here. It's a little strange. You have these curved arches. There's also... I think something getting me here is you have the curved arches, and then you have this flat part that has an angle here as well. I feel the flat arches, the curved arches should have gone all the way to the ceiling. But you've got this too much stuff that's peculiar here. Like this corner isn't centered on anything here. It's very off to the side. I feel it should have just gone straight up to the ceiling and been wide up here. Personally. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's right. Okay, so this isn't... There's no showering thing we can't see over there. This is an entirely separate showering containment booth. Noted. Huh. Okay. Closet, yeah. A lot of ball caps. Bedroom with... What exactly are you? Oh, wait. Is that a platform for like a CRT TV? CRT mount? Yeah. Huh. I mean, this is prime for booby traps, you know? Perfect placement. You could Kevin McAllister the hell out of somebody with something like this, you know? Absolutely. Let me see here. 47 would like that. Exercise room. Okay. Older machines, wow. Ooh, actually, let me nerd out a bit. Hang on. Old. Jeez. Goodness. Oh my God. These are super old. Absolutely not the oldest, but there is a cheapness to 90s and early aughts exercise stuff, you know? There's a whole gym. It's got parts, you know? Have workout machines evolved in the last 20 years? Oh, absolutely. But also, it's just the presentation, the paint. Honestly, even... I'm kind of curious what sort of state... Like this rower right here, part of me feels like it might be busted already. The handle is here. Where is the pulley? Just... That is strange. Looks like dental gear. The other thing is like there are like foam rollers and stuff. Not even rollers, but just foam surfaces that the way they made them a little over 20 years ago, they effectively just decompose in the air super fast. They don't really have any bounce or oomph. So there's a lot of times you could see it's just like super brittle and stuff. It's the sort of thing where if you squeezed it, it would not spring back, you know? Okay. Because I will say a lot of workout stuff these days that you get that's consumer grade, they really lean hard into like black paint as well these days. A lot of this white paint you see here, it makes people think of like public gyms, I feel. And they don't often veer that way, but also just everything about them. There's something that's going off in my head that thinks, oh, that's 20 plus years old. They're also probably crap quality, you know? Ooh, we got pool? Hang on. I will mark that off. I will also... Rambling derail. I should add something to whenever as opposed to rambling derail, I should have something about when Geop makes a judgment about workout gear. Because I feel like that comes up way too often. Oh, my martini. Ooh, big sippy. Is this where you meet up on date night and all three of you just get like a straw and just take turns draining the martini? Tetris blocks. Booze? Yeah. Okay. Exercise bike is gray and black with plastic bits. None of that old foam. Interesting. Decorative median thingo. Huh. Let me see here. 825,000, 10.5 acres. Barberton, Ohio. What? Are you an avid hunter or golfer? Then this is for you. I'm going to take a drink. Hang on. Anything fun here? Did I mention the black enclosed deck overlooking the acreage outside living space with stamped concrete patios? Hot tub and Trex decking? Okay. Huh. I did not spec into hunter or golfer, unfortunately. Huh. Sold 2004? Same people had for about 20 years-ish. Can we hunt golfers? Ooh. That's a thought. Somewhat bikeable. Okay. Let me see here. That's a good raid message. Good suggestion. I'll tuck that aside. You a young hunter or an old golfer, man? Okay. Let me see here. Somehow less bikeable than Lighthouse, right? Never understand the real estate in this country. Okay. Let me see here. Remove this. Okay, we're on time. Hour 30. Okay. Give me a second. I need to lend a critical eye to some of the other listings I have here. I didn't have a chance to really pour over the second half, but I know I have a lot in here that are really good that I want to show. If I've got an hour and a half, I think I could trim that down pretty fast. In fact, I might have one right now, maybe? Ooh. Hang on. Oh, what the? Oh. Let me actually bring up words on stream again, just so I can take like, 2 minutes to get the lineup in order. Hang on. I closed the tab, so I need to reinitiate it. Yeah. There we go. Probably like a game or two. Just give me a second. Because I realized I really need to figure out how I want to pace this second half. Ooh. A lot of good ones, though. My goodness. Your 20 photos. Really interesting. Oh my god. Maybe. Hang on a sec. Pardon? Uh-huh. Why did I save this guy? Maybe I could save you for another time. You are definitely one I want to show tonight, I think. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, move this guy over here. Was this the berm house? It is. Okay. I kind of want to show this house as well. Move that. Oops. No, don't move it to a group. Several web browsers have started doing this thing of groups, and I don't want them to do it. So whenever I'm dragging tabs around, it sometimes says, oh yeah, I'll make a group for that. And it's like, no. Stop touching my stuff. Okay. Why did I save this guy? You're okay. Oh, right, you. We might have another... Oh, that's actually not a long listing at all. Sure, we could do this guy. That's a cute house. I love me a cute house. And you are the Facebook listing. Okay, excellent, excellent. You? Absolutely yes. You? Oh god, oh god. I should have cased this stuff earlier. Okay, let me just see which one I absolutely want to end on. Is it you? I don't think so. Why do I have you here? You're okay. I'll move you. Okay, okay. So, I suppose we can start... Words on stream, no. I suppose we can start on the Facebook house. Okay, okay. Wario, you haven't touched your food. Okay. Behold! Wait! That wasn't the right photo. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Actually, that's pretty much where most of the photos are, I think, right? Oh. Hang on. Limousine ass interior? Why so judgmental? Hang on, where exactly is the first photo? Is it you? I guess it is. Hang on, it's kind of a hectic spread of photographs. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Took you to a trailer earlier. How's about a nice bus experience? Looky, looky. It comes with an awning? Oh my god. Did you have the theme of houses with wheels this week? I think this is the only other house with wheels that I have tucked aside. Let me see. So, where is my bingo card? Because we have reflective ceilings in here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Does it come with the fire pit? I don't think so. This is probably like public stuff. Actually, are we buying the vehicle or are we buying a lot that includes the vehicle? I actually don't know. We're just buying the vehicle. This is just the vehicle. Okay, okay. You know, I'm going to take a drink here. How much do y'all think this is going to cost? I know we haven't seen the whole thing, but I need a drink, and also I will say it's furnished and functional, and it looks like this. We've never really sold a vehicle on here before, so I want to see what folks are thinking, because I'd have no real area for making a guess on this, you know? Nice campers can go for like 100,000. I see. Okay. Well, keep the number in mind. I will tell y'all in a moment. The seller is in Hudson, Wisconsin, but we're buying this itself, so that doesn't matter. Okay, actually. Is this pop-up? Okay, okay. So, what we got here? Motorhome, some stats. It's a year 2000 motorhome. Okay, okay. Noted, noted. The yachts of the land? Wow! 208,000 miles. Okay. Okay. Owner's manual? If it's that old, I suppose that's pretty expected, right? It comes with a phone? Ooh boy, ooh boy. My dad's farm truck used to have a phone that looked just like this. It was before he had a decent cell coverage. Oh. The mirror hell? Is that a cryptid? Might be. Might be. Okay. Let me see here. Cryptid. There are so many mirrors in here. It is bonkers. Okay. Also, yeah, old world tech for sure. Let me mark that off. Okay. Okay. This thing has been well loved. It is really holding up pretty good, you know? I wonder, did they rent it out, I wonder? The bedroom. Oh, baby. You can see it all. This is a dining area, I think? Man, I mean the mood. 'Tis romantic, wouldn't you say? The shaggin' wagon, and it's even got its own little fan over the bed. Look at that, look at that. Right in the lap of luxury, my friend. Looky, looky. Oh my God, oh my God. Louis Vuitton bed sheets. Oh, this is with the lights on. Hang on, is that? Ooh. It's not a disco ball. It does have some paneling that makes me think of some... how do I describe this? I've seen this before. I don't know how to describe it. But maybe it's just really crunchy glass with some glasses in there. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's just glasses. Okay, okay. And, Okay. Oh, it's even got decals on the upholstery? No, wait, no, that's frosted glass. All glass is crunchy. You got me there, friend. Okay, so the price on this, it is $185,000. It is a 2000 Liberty Outdoors Prevost. I have no clue if this is a steal or if it's a robbery, you know? For a 25-year-old vehicle? A 25-year-old vehicle that's been well loved with mirrors that show you everything. You know, at that age, something has to be wrong with it for it to be that cheap. Really? Aw. Okay. That was the first time we've had one of these suckers on here. I mean, we've seen train cars and stuff like that, but they've never been in a functional state. Well, well, well. How's about a gas station? Non-functional? I don't know. I don't think this is a functional gas station. I forgot what the rest of the property looks like. Yeah. Fill up your RV here. Exactly. That's how they get you. Boy. Actually, that's signage. What does it say? Is that Conoco? It's Conoco. Ooh. My gas trough! Gotta say, that's not the best way to fill up your tank. You know? Not a fan of the siphoning that's required here. Well, is this going to be a named house? Is it just the Conoco house? Interior, what do we have? Some kind of cheap, crappy furnishings. Okay. What is this? What is this? Oh. Oh, wait, that's bare floor. Oh, I thought that was carpet. It's not. Okay. The Conoco house. We only drink the Conoco flavor of Gatorade in this property, my friend. Barn core is back. You might have said it never left, to which I would say, you're right. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh. Are you meant to use these the... Wait a second! What's with the office conference table over here? Was this used by like a startup company or something? What's going on here? Huh. Are those Herman Miller chairs? There's no way, right? I think they're just cheap-ass office chairs, right? I don't know Herman Miller's on site. Let me see. Oh, that's a tripping hazard right there. I'm going to say ankle breaker. It's outside the bathroom, so that removes it from Splippy. Plus, we've already done Splippy, so there we go. All-terrain Slippy. There we go. Herman Millers usually have a whole thingy under the seat. A thingy, you say? I don't think I saw a thingy. Okay. Had a friend had lawn furniture as dinner in front room. Really? I mean, that I can see. But an office setup? Only 12 photos. That's all we see of this. Wow. This is country highway-ass gas station setup. Boy. Okay. Well, this is in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Price is $525. All right. I guess there's a lot of traffic by the road. 3.05 acres. What's special? 3 acres. Wow. Okay. Here's your unique chance to own your own antique, completely remodeled, and livable mid-century Conoco service station. The ultimate loft-style artist studio, man cave, or live-work space on 3 acres. I was in the market for a she shed, I'm sorry to say. Huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, I gotta see. Listed for sale... 1.3 million? Somebody was trying to get 1.3 million for this a few years ago? For rent. Looks like the rent idea didn't last that long, huh? Only a couple months. Probably when it still had the gas tanks. Maybe. Was it still semi-functional, I guess? Okay, okay. Let me see here. So, hour and some change. Okay, okay. I don't think we've hit on this style today, so I kind of have to. All right, all right. How's about a slight change? From gas station to my lord? Come dwell, my lord. Come by, my lord? Come by, my lord. Cash only, my lord. Okay, okay. Wizard House. This is more of a night situation, although it does have the shingling. Look at them, look at them. Sold as is, my lord. Forsoothly. Oh. Once again, no moats. None. Man. Ridiculous. Is that near the witch house? I forget where the witch house was. This is in Graham, Washington, though. Wow. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and mark off Labor of Love for this one. Also, that last one. Have I done repurposed? I have not. Last one's repurposed for sure. Okay. Mark those off. You'll never keep the Normans out without a moat. Honestly, the fact they don't have a note tells me these people are normies. Got them. Oh, what? Oh, we got... Okay. Hey, y'all remember yesterday how there was that emergency escape ladder thing as sold on TV ass situation? This is a proper ladder escape, okay? Okay. Graham. Okay. So, interior. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I saved this for a reason. I did not realize we had armaments. Wow. Got ourselves a cold steel situation, y'all? Oh my god. Let me see. So, front door and, Huh. All right. Kind of. They got a little pot over here for cooking? Huh. Okay. Painting on the ceiling, painting on the ceiling. Oh my god, oh my god. This does commit a cardinal sin, in my opinion. The paint job is really sloppy. You can see they have mismatching paints. I think there's some rooms where it's got the look of the wall almost sweating, you know? Yeah, the paint is absolutely piss poor. Let me take a... Yeah, I'll do that for uncentered. Let me see. The landlord. I mean, this is a landlord of sorts because there was probably a lord that lived here, honestly. Let me see here. Uncentered. Do they just paint over damage? Yep. Like, I've got walls throughout my house in various spots where they absolutely did that. At some point, I do need to do need to get some proper people to come through and repaint everything. But like, there are places where I could see there was definitely wall damage. They just spread something over it and then painted. They match the paint, but you can definitely see the texture difference. Kitchen. Kitchen's all right. The shelf, they probably just put decorative stuff up here. That's probably why it's too high for anything else. Pitch black again. Okay. Spackle that crack, my lord. Okay, so we have a basement. Actually, that leads down to the garage, I bet. That leads down to the garage for sure. Fish tank. In the bathroom. We got critters in here? Are there critters visible? I don't see critters. Shitter critters? A cursed existence. Okay. Bathroom fish tank? Oh. I don't like the corner sink and the mirror over here, you know. Itty bitty bedroom. Itty bitty. Man. Looking at the quilt, it just makes me think of like an off-color Crown Royale bag, honestly. Maybe it's because the purple back here. Okay. Itty bitty bathroom photo, yeah. Okay, normal sized again. Huh? Okay, this is a kiddo bed, sure. Alright. They skinned Farquaad to make that bed, and yet it's still miserable. Dragon! Oh no. Oh no. Also, everything is figure-outable? Huh. Alright. Okay. Figure-outable. Yeah, right. I feel like I saw Trapper Keeper covers that made me think of this back in the day, right? Made me think a little bit of it. Mavith, thank you for the 23, by the way.
Mavith just subscribed
Wow.
for 23 months.
Okay. Bingus. Congrats. Yeah, this is the part that I really remembered. Lisa Frank, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of a descriptor. Although I know Lisa Frank didn't really get into this styling. It's just whenever I think it's just the spread of colors. Maybe think Lisa Frank, you know? But this wall painting job in particular really stood out to me when I was scrubbing through this at first. Lisa Frank Lloyd Wright. Ew. Oh. That's strange. Huh. Okay. Spiral stairs, first of the stream. It took you a while. That's usually an easy one. Sweaty nursery. The thing that's getting me here, it almost looks like a texture change right here, but maybe it's just an odd spot, you know? Okay. Well, let me go back here. Another fish tank. I don't see no fish. That water, I don't know if that's clean water. I don't know. I don't see any bubble activity. Okay. We have a pinball in this building. I'm gonna lose it and win a bingo. If there is a pinball machine in this place and it's not Black Knight, I'm gonna be so upset, you know? Hold on. That dragon arm, I guess? I know we'll see Black Knight someday. Like, statistically, it has to happen. Oh. Okay, well, here we are in an actual cellar. Ooh, got a drain? Yum. This is where all the pan drippings go. Excellent. Okay. I don't know if we have pinball stuff in here at all. Okay, outdoor entertainment stuff. Is that a... I was thinking chickens, but I don't see any fence or anything around that. The wine count as tchotchke? Regrettably, no. No chickens? Ew. Huh. I mean, the scenery is beautiful. Come on. What is this? What is this? I need to get a picture of this. Hang on. Man. It is so dumb. I love it. I've heard good things about these grills. Did you want to park your car in this garage? Fuck you. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Lion. All right. Oh, wait. I thought I saw these in the background. Huh. Hang on. Hoops. Hang on. Hoops. If that was Artanelico, sorry I had to skip it because the not English, but the phonetic sounds going in the background were throwing my brain off. Let me see here. Oh, that's not it. Not hop. Hoops. There it is. Football player I delivered pizza to all the time had those same lines in front of their driveway. Oh, is that a... Okay. It's an itty bitty house. Okay. Gardening? Water? Oh, it's snow. Okay. I thought I went colorblind for a moment. Oh yeah, it's autocall. Autocall is up. Huh. Let me see here. 900,000 Graham Washington private acres. 20 private acres. Ooh. Hang on, let me take a drink here. Huh. Noted. Anything else? Is there an HOA, my lord? Sold 2017, 585, about the same price points, roughly. Walkable. Not walkable? But okay, the horseback score is 25, so you got that at least, right? Okay, okay. Had to pay taxes to the king. There's always a bigger fish in the pond, unfortunately. All right, hi Wario. Let me see. About an hour. Okay. You, and you. Yeah, we could do these and see about where I'm at, but I think these 4 might do it? I don't know. Excellent. Look at this, look at this. Very nice and pink. Ooh, yeah. Sprinkle core. Also, what do you say? Can I zoom? T-Lane Associates. Dueling cottages. I didn't notice the neighbor, yeah. Interesting, interesting. Okay, can I, thank you. Huh. Hey, somebody left their bike here 20 years ago. They need to come and pick this thing up, all right? Ridiculous. The Pink House. She's got a name. She's got a name. That's an easy redeem already. Oh boy. So this is the backyard, eh? Oh. Okay. And there's a side of the porch. Goodness. That is cute. I'll start the next game after the bingo stop rolling through. I still see the activity through the corner of my eye. Okay. Really committing to the colors. I like it. I like it. Interior is white. Okay. So I see they didn't want to lean into the pink on the interior. That's interesting. They do have some furnishings. Ooh. Vina House. Okay, we're going to have a name, and we're going to have Michael's. Maybe Labor of Love as well. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Goodness me. Okay, let me see. End game. And let me start next game. Okay, name. Yes. And let me do Michael's. I suppose it's game 3. Probably could do Labor of Love. I don't know if this is like a branded thing, which gets kind of weird when it comes to themed Airbnbs. But there is a lot of effort put in here, to be fair. Even if it is something cynical, there's definitely a lot of love that was put into this, I feel. Somewhere, at some point. What does a labor of hate look like? I feel like we've had a labor of hate before, but I'm trying to think. Because we've had things that have really bothered folks, and we'd have to say it's labor of love, but I'm trying to think. I can't quite package it. Spite House. That's actually a very good answer. Oh, they got more accented stuff over here. Oh. Aw. Okay. Okay. Overall, really cute, though. Is there... There's very limited... I actually wonder how much electrical there is in here. There is the kitchen stuff, sure. This is like... I think long-term, it'd be difficult to stay here these days. It doesn't look like it's designed for things beyond an Airbnb, though. 1870. We're in Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts? Hang on. Iconic, historic, and pink year-round winterized cottage. The Spite House lives on in my brain at all times. What an all-timer. Chance of a lifetime. Own the most admired cottage on Martha's Vineyard? Is that where this is? I thought Martha's Vineyard was... I've never looked this up. I've always thought Martha's Vineyard was like West Coast, honestly. I've never bothered looking it up. I've always heard of it. It's always been this prestigious label, and I've never really bothered, you know? Huh. Okay. Being sold furnished and turnkey. East Coast, Massachusetts. My brain always just hand-waved it as, like, extremely expensive somewhere in California, and I never thought about it. So it's over here. I was like, oh. Huh. Okay. Goodness me. Goodness me. Springs on the other coast. That's right. I was half right. Sold 260 some odd. It's not that much, honestly. It's really not that expensive. Huh. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it probably doesn't have much in the way of amenities. Like the electrical, it wouldn't surprise me if the electrical is almost entirely in the kitchen, right? Boy. If Big Sur or Napa Valley is like a West Coast Martha's Vineyard. That's what I always figured. I always figured it was like West Coast wine country, and that's just about where I just went, okay, yep. Because, I mean, it's not like it's a place I really cared about or wanted to visit. You just always hear about it, right? Okay, hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. May have to grab another one if this guy's pretty short. There we go. It's not a hobbit house. It's not. It is Berm? Berm, I guess? It's in the Deut. It's in the Deut. Alright, alright. There we go. Hobbit place of business? A Hobbit business park? Oh, probably got like a Hobbit dentistry and things like that. Alright. Huh. Several garage doors. Ah. Kind of like it. Are there actual wineries in Martha's Vineyard? Napa Valley has them, so at least I'd say Napa Valley isn't a useless place. Okay. Ooh, that garden, though. That's nice. These raised flower beds? Yeah. That's nice. I am wondering what the roof area and what the surrounding area looks like from up here, right? Hang on, hang on. Where is this? Tiles. Ziggy! Everybody point and stare. How you doing, dude? Silk Song? How you doing? You enjoying it? We're just a little ways in the hooses. How you been, dude? Let me see here. The glass table! Ooh. It hungers for the fingerprints. It craves a sharply dropped bit of glassware. Oh my god. Who up silken they song? Apparently most of the platform, I think. I too been enjoying Bug Game 2. The first one didn't click for me. I need to maybe give it an attempt number 3. How have you been? Lightly cursed on this day of days. No more than usual. Is that cube glass? Did I miss cube glass? I was wondering what this was. I actually don't know what it is. You know? It is in the house. It's in here with us. I thought it was like sheer fabric draped around something that's cubic. A funky lampshade. Something like that. Yeah, it looks like a sheer fabric. Hang on. Maybe we'll get a better picture. Oh. Choose your closet. Wow. There is evidence of a little guy. I would love to see a little guy. We peeking out here? I don't see shit. All right. Now, this is a den elsewhere in the house. Let me see. Huh. Got some painting and stuff here. Let me see. Let me see. That's the front door to the right, or at least one of the entrances. Am I cropping this? No. Now this on the left, what are you? Do I get a better shot of you? What is this? I guess it's a little place to put potted plants, maybe? Maybe? Strangely office-like. Yeah, it's kind of like the tile on the low pile carpet. That's Jesus's nook. Sure is showing off. Jeez. Okay. That's St. Patrick. Hang on. Let me see here. It could be literally anybody. Goodness me, the paint's flecking off. I'll do that for fireplace too. Hang on. Fire place. Okay. Kitchen, yeah. That is cube on glass. It is a 2D representation of cube glass. I'll take it. I'll take it. Technically, it's correct. Just like barn doors on a barn. I'll take it. Okay. Sure. Bit of a dining room setup, little modest, folding chairs, just placeholder furniture, I suppose. What's up with the egg? All right. Strange. House is pretty bland, not gonna lie. It's got some stuff. This skylight is interesting. What are you? Is it supposed to be a feather? Or a seaweed? Huh. Okay. I really like this skylight, though. Decorate like a hotel conference room. Oh, it is, totally. Oh no, it's the foosball chamber. But also, hold on. Can we see New Zealand? I don't think it has New Zealand. I'm looking at these smaller representations down here. We might have a USSR era map. It could be. It could be. They're called berm houses from what I've seen. I've always leaned toward that, and I was kind of curious if I was technically incorrect. Not that that would stop me, you know? New Zealand. Not that I saw. Oh, POV, you're in the tub? But also, they've trapped the goblin in there. You gotta let the little guy out. He's gotta get breathing. Ridiculous. That's you got a cask of Amontillado goblin. Man. All too often, I'm afraid. For the love of God, Montresor. Oh, so that's why they took the picture there. Actually, what? Yeah, okay. So the tub is actually just this little part. But there's the largesse area back here. Okay. Goblin fingers poke out like a cat trying to open the door. It's always scratching at the late hours of the night. Got to yell from the bedroom to keep it down. Okay. Ooh, got a bit of a heater? I haven't seen those in a while. Why? Thank you for angling the soap for us. Is this a loft? Maybe a loft? Maybe there's another bed up there. There is. That's kind of cozy, actually. Huh. Anything else? Wow. There's hoops again. I think we already did hoops this game, right? We did not. I kind of want to know what the condition is like up here. Because, I mean... Okay. Where is it? Is that it there? Wait. No? Where is it here? I don't know where it is in this picture. I'm looking at hillsides and stuff like that. This is why I need an arrow. Okay, wait, hang on. Hang on. This is from the top of it. Okay. Wow. Well, it looks like it's well maintained. Boy. Sunday morning, you tell yourself, I gotta go out and mow the roof again. Jesus. The house is here itself. It stops before that big mound, though. Yeah, there it is. There it is. House parcel 4.42. Let me see here. 650,000? Sioux City, Iowa. Is this normal? 1983, 4.4 acres. I don't know how I feel about living in a chia pet. To be fair, you don't see a lot of chia pets these days. Maybe that's why they're commanding such a price tag. Unique Terra Dome Earth-Sheltered Home. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Terra Dome is still a thing. The Terror Dome, if only. Jeez. I'd buy some tickets to the Terror Dome. That sounds pretty good. Okay. So let me see. We got 40 minutes. I think these next two are kind of lengthy. Yes. Let me brace myself. You were this guy, yeah? Excellent. Let's see where we land after this next one, and I may grab an intermediate house if we go through it a little too fast. I think the last house may take us a bit. It's only 40 pictures. This next one's 60. Did I actually have a short one I could nudge in here? Pretty sure I've got one that could fit this, right? You're lengthy. You're lengthy. You're lengthy. You're lengthy. You're pretty short, but you're pretty cool. Okay. Let's go the cool one, actually. The short, cool one. Only like 20 photos, but super interesting, in my opinion. Hardly touched your food for the president. Let me tell you, that block of ice, it's holding up real well. Okay, so this is in Santa Barbara, California right here. Oh my God. It's way too nice for us. This is way too expensive. This is the usual situation of they're going to kick us out as soon as they know we're in here. This is the entry. A moat! Oh my God. That also... Cursed beings. Cursed beings. Vile creatures. Okay, fine. Huh. Wow. A bit of a weird moat shape, but also it's real big. I thought it would have been itty bitty, but this kind of just keeps going. Goodness me. Okay. Hang on. Cacti. Not a fan. Not a fan. Well. Comes with the free chair. Oh, there's the price tag explanation. Okay. Goodness. I want to know what the history is with this place. Like, who designed it? Angled bricks with a bit of a curve to them? Goodness. Back to Artanelico. Is this Artanelico again? Ceiling. Okay, this is the ceiling in one of the rooms. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's trippy as hell. Good God. Does this do something? It looks like it could spring into action and start rotating and doing something, but I don't know. Huh. Does it open up windows? I don't know. Bathroom. What we got here? Ooh, nice tile work. My goodness. Man, they even got a nice view here from the shitter. Yeah, that's a very good view. I'm going to do Splippy for sure. Because I think at the bottom of the picture, am I cropping that? Not really, but the bottom, there's something going on down there. Hang on. Hang on. Too many tripping hazards, honestly. Whoop. Okay. The bed. Oof. You're gonna bang your knees on this. Ridiculous. There's too much to clamber over. Actually, I guess this is a daybed situation. Is it? Is this a daybed? It feels kind of small. The curving headboard. The fact that it's got appendages clambering over here. Uh-oh. I briefly blinked to nothing. Can you still hear me? Hello. Might have been a brief hiccup from the Twitch Ingress server. Yeah. Okay. So, go ahead and refresh. You got something weird. It was just like 2 or 3 seconds. Okay. Huh. Oh. I like the brickwork around this window, actually. That's really nice. Huh. Strange bedroom. I'm going to hope that's not a bedroom. That's just for lazing about. Oh my God, that's a nice view. Are these honkers? Or are those dingles or something? I don't know. Oh. It looks like a duck that's holding like a pen light in its mouth or something. Okay. Why does the bed have tentacles grabbing the wood back there? It is escaping. These almost look like birds with wingspans for the railing up here. The eponymous horrible goose of said game. They're famous. Ah, you weren't supposed to do that. How you doing, Doc? This jumped way too far in. My web browser is going Benedict Arnold on me today. This is floor or wall? Dealer's choice. Wow, the spiral. Let me see here. So I have lost the plot of the layout of the house. Bit of a clipping situation. Okay. She certainly does have care. Are these spines? Hold on. It's got like serpent. But spine? I'm actually surprised these haven't broken, you know? They even got little, even the itty bitty little scales. Very nice. Huh. Okay. There weren't really that many spears and stuff. It seemed like they had maybe like 8 or so things in one room. I was hoping for more pictures, honestly. And, oh! I was expecting a drum set. Okay, this is the room with the very weird ceiling situation, okay? But also, what the fuck? What are you? It is decorative art, but also part of me is like, I guess it's like a counter for a desk situation, maybe? But Got the cat tree up there and they forgot the carpet. Ridiculous, right? Wait. Okay, there's some writing here. I'm thinking desk just because it's a bunch of pictures and certificates and crap over there. Is that a Dr. Seuss instrument? Somebody asked Dr. Seuss to draw his interpretation of a theremin or some shit. I don't know. Okay. Yeah? Made this house out of fucking pile of sticks. And this is from that day bed. Cube glass. We already checked that off, but still. Builder's certificate, maybe? This place has to have a name. That's a face. They've realized the house they're stuck in, and they're screaming because they are horrified. Also, they got a big sniffer. Bigger in their eyes. Oh my god. Hang on. Ooh! A face wearing a face. There's a face below. Oh, there is! I didn't even see that fella! Oh, God. Such pronounced cheekbones. Excellent, excellent. This is another room. It's got these weird growths. So peculiar. I really hope it has some sort of a summary, because this is so strange. Okay. So Santa Barbara, 2 million. Honestly, I was expecting higher when I saw the coastline. So let me see here. Built unknown. Cool, thanks. Nestled in the unparalleled beauty of Montecito. Castle in the Sky? That's my favorite Hayao Miyazaki movie. Wow. Okay. I mean, that is a name drop. Hang on. Oh, we've already done name drop. I don't think I'm doubling. You prefer Porco Rosso? That's fair. I mean, honestly, Princess Mononoke, Porco Rosso, Castle in the Sky, they have different moods to them, you know what I mean? Okay. Let me see. Essence of Gaudi's inspiration is palpable throughout Castle in the Sky. Ooh. Either would be a named architect. Someone thinks this was the peak of design. It is very interesting. How should I phrase this? I like this as a work of art from how weird and interesting it is. But it's like, I don't look at it and say, oh yeah, I want to live there. It's like, I'd like to walk through this and take a look at it. $45,000 a month? Yeah. I mean, the Z estimate stuff, this stuff is kind of Calvin Ball, as we say, you know? Because this is not what it sold for. This is based off of nearby area. Is there an actual price history? Listing removed. Okay, so this is the actual. Okay, they sold for $1 million 2019. 5 years later, listed for rent. Price change. They've gotten no bites, it seems. You know. I think this is like a frivolous purchase. No, just a curiosity purchase by someone with too much money, and they threw out the rent and didn't get any bites. And it's kind of a set it and forget it thing, you know. I mean, it's per month, I guess. Boy, I mean, I figured walking 0, transit 0, biking 8. I see. Okay, 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if how they get any bites on that. It's kind of strange. Oh, they have a few sayings about a fool and their money, right? Okay. 8 bikins. Let me see here. Ooh, got a bit of a front of a nice hotel looking situation here. The lens really did screw with us here. It's a nice covered little carport thing. Not quite as long as you'd think. Oh, there's a little something here. What are you? Got some art. Excellent, excellent. High five. Looking good. Did that just say E? Oh, that's just kind of a swoopy swirl. That's not an E. I see. I like the Boyds. The Boyds are quite nice. What is this, an old funeral home? No, it's not an old funeral home. I know about those. They like using old Pizza Huts. This is not a Pizza Hut. There's a swing, too. Okay. Interior. I see. Oh. Bit of a sliding door, I think, here? I'm actually wondering, from this shot, I wonder if I've seen this one before. If it is, it's been a very long time, though. But even if we did, I don't know if I remember this. So, actually, I'm starting to remember this house. Okay, okay. I don't know if I ever showed this on here, actually. They got gamer lights on the steps. I mean, they are well lit. They do have alternating color. We've been here. Okay, okay. I will go briskly. I will go briskly. Is there anything new here? Enemies were turned into paintings back left. I thought I remember this house having some different stuff in it. Let me see. Right, because I remember this. I remember this. There's an adjoining room, and for some reason, they've got these sliding panels, but this room is like 2 feet higher for some reason. I remember that. Okay, okay. It's all coming back. Folks, it's New Game Plus. We've seen all the houses, but it's a good trip down memory lane. I'm gonna do ankle breaker. Where's the railing? Right, because I remember these statues now. Yeah. Okay, okay. Well, let's see then. I can go briskly then. Because I can just grab a house for its replacement. But is there anything I want to pour over? Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. Oh, that's right. They got a weird family painting down here. Oh, God. God. Also, the mirrored columns. That's still such a rare treat. Terrifying. I mean, there was one house we saw where they had the pictures of children in place of, like, they painted angels on the ceiling, and they very clearly took their children's faces and had them painted up there, but you could tell the artist was not up to it. So they tried their best, but unfortunately, it just looked really bad. Isn't there a slide in here? I can't remember. I think the wife is like, I'm trying to make out her face. Part of me wants to think that she's holding in a bunch of air and her face is puffed, but looking at the crunching, I don't know. Because everybody else is smiling. Is she pulling on her daughter's hair braid? That's not very nice. This picture is a labor of love. Certainly is something. I don't remember this guy, though. Nice centerpiece, little tub situation. Oh my god, oh my god. So many reflective surfaces. That's a basin, too. That's a basin. Murder in progress. Honestly, looking at this, or for you say that, I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking about the meme of like, family picture after white man murders entire family and has them all on like a jet ski smiling. Okay. Anything else here? Let me see. I will progress fast. Unless there's something else that's really new and interesting. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Boy, there's only like a few photos from this one that latched on my memory. Maryland spotted. Did I miss a Maryland? I'll take your word for it. Hang on. Maryland. Okay. Mark that off. Let me see now. Let me see here. Oh, this is New Orleans? Let me see. 5 million in New Orleans? She was in the shitter? We should have knocked. I'm sorry, Marilyn. Tranquil Koi Pond. So hang on. How many days has this been on Zillow? 193? It was from this year? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Let me see here. So, if I've got that guy crossed off, let me grab a filler house. The last one is interesting, but it's also 40 photos, and I feel like we might be able to get through that kind of brisk-like. Let me see. There are a couple that I nudged aside in this half. Is there any of these that have enough photos to where I could squeeze it in? You're a little lengthy. Actually, ooh, you're a good one, but you're like 80 photos. Hang on. Maybe you. If I pause bingo, this might actually be good. Actually, I don't even think we need the bingo for this. Okay, I'm not going to pause bingo, but I'm pretty sure... I don't know if we're going to get anything redeemed on this one. It is just a fucked up house shape. I don't even think there's furnishings in here. Okay. If anyone remembers a previous house, there's always like one room. Usually when repeats pop up, I almost always recognize them from the street. And in that last one, the first thing that stuck out to me, though I didn't say anything, was the children's swing in the front yard. You know, the one that's got like that you put like a baby inside of, that's got little holes for kiddos, for babies. I saw that and I was like, I feel like I've seen this. Let me see here. So, intriguing windows, cement construction on the fence. This is Austin? Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Well, thank God it's too expensive for me, because I don't know if I want to live in this or near it. Huh. Reminds me of one of the towable campers. It does feel like a vehicle. It's that curved surface as opposed to a hard edge, you know? It's almost like it's trying to be aerodynamic. Pool? Yeah. A lot of swoops. A lot of caves. I see. You got your normal neighbor right over here, and then this fucking guy. Interior. Okay. Why they got all these craft singles out here? What is this shit? God. Wood? Flooring looks like, or craft singles. It really makes me think of craft singles, but just sliced in half, you know? Huh. That's to the front yard. Okay. Well, yard, he says. That's where I keep all of my gravel. Okay. So they're leaning hard into some cement stuff as well. Not quite AutoZone decor on the flooring, but it's getting there. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I hear a Tuhu music. Is this Zune? So I guess so. The price you pay of having these compilations. I don't know a single thing about the Tuhus. Yeah, now I realize why Doc said, wait. Let me see. It says Song of the Night, Sparrow, Nightbird. Let me see here. Pig? That's a good warhog. That's a good oinker. So, There are furnishings, but it's pretty dry. The main thing is the weird construction and things like that, you know? The swoopy curves, the weird windows. Ice build for giraffe. Ooh, that bait. Ooh, I hate that sink. Hey, who took my soup pot? I need to go make a stew. Who took it? I've never seen this. What the hell? Wow. Also, yeah, we got the D mirror. What the hell? I gotta say, this is actually making me think of like a tub we saw in a really expensive property that was actually like this, but big and person size. It was like you had to clamber in from the top using like a step ladder. Oh, this is the cat loft. Okay. Yeah? My horseshoe shelf. Why is there just a single rock here? Maybe there's some sentimentality to it. I don't know. I don't know. What is... Okay, this is glass flooring directly over something. Yeah. Okay. Horseshoe rock mysterious bottle. You can only take one. For some reason, the game only restricts you that one time. It's a real time waster. Okay. Bed. What are you? Is this meant to be a light that's hidden inside the bottom of this? I don't know. Like we've seen faucets like this, okay? Part of me wonders if it's like a can light that we can't see from here, but no. The hell? Is it like a fidgeting toy? Are you supposed to swat it around? It invokes AI trying to recreate modern house. This is not AI. I see a lot of those, and I skip them because they're just boring, you know? What is up with the two fixtures? What on earth? Cookie Monster's uvula. Ooh, wow. That glass. Me oh my. Ooh. Okay. Oh. You got a little volleyball net type sleeping situation? All right. Built-in hammock, I guess. Separate room for banging out tunes. I see. Okay, yeah. Thank you for the shot of Pumbaa. Yeah, I wanted to see that again, actually. That is kind of interesting. Yeah? I see. Thank you. Okay. Huh. Isn't Austin for just a mere 1.85 million? God, that town has gone to the wolves. Oh my God. The intersection of architecture and art. I call it architecture. East Austin's sought-after Holly neighborhood. The latest construction from Rab Construction and Davey McEthron Architecture. Did you keep the receipt? I'd send it back, honestly. Anything fun here? I don't think so. Keep Austin unaffordable. Yeah. That's so sad. It's a lovely town. Well, town, he says. Okay. No other sale stuff. Listed for sale for 2.9. Might have been a typo. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll do buzzword. Sure, it's game 3. Let me do that. Okay. final house. That was just to pad things out a little bit. Okay, okay. Let me see. Also, let me go ahead and... let me clean things up. Let me close a few tabs here. Remove you. And delete the final one here. Okay. And close other tabs. There we go. A nice svelte single tab browser. Oh my stars. Look at that. Look at that. He likes it when the room temperature. It's okay. It's okay. A little bit of a purple. Slightly hued outside of the usual color range. It's okay. It's okay. Makes it easy to chroma key it out, I suppose, right? Whoop, hang on. Chugging. Chugging. There we go. All fine. All fine. So, we got ourselves fuchsia. The photos seem to be a little crunched. So zooming, our zooming powers aren't going to be very favorable here is what I'm saying. Oh, it's getting further away. It's escaping. Oh, from the garden. I see. I see. Oof. Gotta say, the driveway has some problems. There's a few spots I'm seeing where it's gouged out. Okay. Might be some DIY improvements here, judging by the rough driveway. Okay. Not that I'm calling a shot. Ooh, what? Did you run out of paint? What on earth? Huh. Charcoal paint's expensive. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Also, let me do something real fast here, unrelated to the stream. There we go. Fired the painters. Nobody's gonna see that part of it. Oof. Did they really didn't do a good job with this. Wow. They didn't do anything to seal this, really. On the front, at least. So you can see where water came down, and it really has eroded the colors here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is why, on larger houses and stuff, this is why you want gutters, honestly. They fucked up the painting. Yep, looks just like dirt, IMHO. There's also, what's happened here? I don't think they photoshopped this, but it really looks like it. Okay. The back 40. A lot of good grass. Yep. Oof. Oof. Did they just forget about this? Did they not want to get a ladder and this is the highest they could get standing on a box or something? Maybe that's what it is. They're going to paint by themselves, but they were too scared to get up here and do this. So they're like, okay, we're just going to do this down here. Yep, okay, that's it. Huh. All right. All right. Nice deck. The purple's back. Okay. Good enough. Boy. This is also why it's sometimes important to see... I mean, not this specifically, but this is one of the things that appear. Whenever you are looking at a house, if you can, try to take a look at it after it has rained. That isn't always a possibility, but you'd see stuff like this would be obvious from the driveway. You'd be able to see this, you'd be able to see water puddling in the yard. Not always possible, though. Interior. You got a microwave corner? Woo! What's up with the chairs, actually? Huh. I don't even know what that is. Huh. Okay. We got ladder on the... This might be decorative. I don't think you're supposed to take this ladder to get to the second floor, you know? And judging by all the keys and stuff, this is just inside the front door, is what I'm feeling. This is the den. Fireplace. Big TV. TV's a little close for this large. At least that's what I think. You could have gotten something smaller. You don't have to get the biggest one. It ruins the viewing experience. Okay. I'm guessing this is technically dining room / breakfast room. It's a combination of TV too close, too high, honestly. You'd have to be reclined back significantly to see it comfortably. Oh. So the second floor is all open to this down here. I see. Huh. Okay. The fridge! Did I miss a... Oh! Oh, that is fridge! Ooh! She's all gussied up. Look at that. 4 doors as well. Oh. Interesting. Oh, what fun. Okay. So kitchen's this little corner here. Yeah? Can I get a different picture? Yes! Thank you. And when you missed it, it's camouflaged. That camo index is too good, man. Oh, nice wood floor, actually. Okay. Noted. Boy, the colors are a little intense, honestly. This has feral aunt written all over it. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've got the stonework wallpaper. Is this ground floor? I think it's ground floor. This is to keep pets or kiddos trapped. It's the dungeon. Oh, so that is how you get up to the second floor. One of the ways. I think I saw stairs in an earlier picture. Okay. Okay. The red room. Hang on. I'm gonna mark off my eyes. Yep. The laundry room. I see. Bedroom with the weird window spot, actually. Oh. What are... Is that a model? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Any knowers in chat? My brain can't make it up. I see office stuff over here, like a scanner printer. I see a... Is that a Cricut? Yeah, that's a Cricut. Okay. Huh. Sewing device or quilting. You know, people said feral aunt. A Cricut over here is often an indicator. At the very least, they love artsy craftsy stuff. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Heating or designing onto a shirt? Probably, yeah. Okay, maybe a transfer press? That'd also be consistent with it, honestly. Ooh. 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 Oh. This... Wait, is there a third story, or is this... No. Okay, this is directly above the kitchen. Okay. The office. Bedroom? Okay. Wait, is this... Oh, this is master bedroom. Ooh. My god. Back to the beginning. I'm sorry, I need to... There was some... I cannot believe how much this stun locked me here. It made the rest of the house kind of feel like ho-hum, honestly. I've gotta know. This had to have been a DIY thing, and they didn't have access to, or they were scared to use a ladder to get up here. That's the only thing I could think of. Where'd I put that dang ladder? Yeah. Expect no less from Pennsylvania. Did we already spoiler the location? It is Pennsylvania. Hang on. Hang on. It is 370,000 Moore Township or Moore Twerp, Pennsylvania. Highest and best offers due Monday. We have one day. Oh my God. Back on the market. No fault of the sellers. Buyer was able to secure financing. My God, my God. $5. Final offer. It's sitting right there. 78. Private Serenity. Unique catwalk. I guess we call that a catwalk. Buyer could not find the ladder. Car dependent. Somewhat bikeable. They do have... I think it's like only within the last month or two I've actually spotted these metrics on other housing sites. Oh. Is there an HOA? Nothing for HOA. Oh my God, oh my God. Spoilt. Ooh boy, ooh boy. Well. So, I think that'll do it for us. Why am I chugging? Why is my computer chugging? Horse shit. What is this madness? So, schedule for the week? I haven't figured it out. I don't even know what I want to do Saturday, for crying out loud. Next Sunday is probably going to be a usual situation, a usual Zillow and all that stuff. Windows update. Windows has been trying to update for weeks. And it says update failed. And I'm just like, all right, that sounds like a Windows problem. That's not on me. You got to figure that out, buddy. It keeps happening. And it's sort of like, ooh, could you please fix it for me? And I'm like, That is a you problem, buddy. So let me see. Is there somebody I've not rated in a while? Somebody I've not rated. Let me see. There's actually a good number, I think. There's Cherry Scampers. There's Zoe. There's Chris. There's Loon. Let me see. Okay. I don't think we caught Zoe in a bit, right? Yeah, we can raid to Zoe. Let me see. But thank you for coming, folks. Raid message. Let me see here. I think we could, one was posited earlier. Are you a young hunter or an old golfer? But okay, I need to go hit the button, I think. Y'all have fun. Have a good week. I'll see you some point soon next weekend. Yeah, I'll see you on the weekend like usual. I need to go get some water. I have cotton mouth. I'm dying is what I'm saying. Okay. Is it still chugging? I'm having a terrible time with my system today. Yeah, exactly. Scram! Finish your paint jobs. Bye. Can I hit the button? Can I please? Thank you. All right, goodbye.